shit happen. So if you guys remember when I was live with you earlier, whatever, I told you guys, I said, yo, somebody that's like flagging me, right? I think it's that little bubblegum nigga. Little bubblegum, you out here flagging, huh? You can't keep it honest. Yeah, if you guys don't know, in the past couple of times that I went live, I noticed a stagnation that was never there before. It could be other reasons why that stagnation is there, but whatever, regardless of the point, I noticed that once I was off alive, 7 minutes later, this dude went live talking about similar, the same subject that I was talking about, and it was amazing. So, shout out to Anton LaVey Atwood that went live an hour, literally 7 minutes after I went finished going live. That was amazing, right? That's funny to me. Yeah, thanks for hitting that like button. I'm watching you too, pal. You know, the only thing about me is I don't try to destroy your channel. I don't try to get people not to watch you. I don't try to get people not. I just tell people what it is. You know what I'm saying? So if you got a problem with that, it's probably because you hiding something. Y'all give me 1 second, y'all. I'm gonna share this real quick. Just told me today. They said, yo, you need to start maybe flagging their pages back like they do with you. Yo, we'll put something together. We could do it. I said, yo, might be a plan. So that's what people out here doing since they can't fight the good fight. Might have to do that. You know what I'm saying? I got a couple of targets I can target if I want to based off just the material you had on your channel for some of these channels, the material they've had on their posts for like the past year, 2 years is enough to get them joint. Nah, listen. What they do is, okay, so I curse a lot. Y'all know I curse. That's why I never make my videos for men or whatever. And I mean, excuse me, for kids. And the funny thing is, I've said things about different vloggers on here, right? And particular vloggers that either come with the BS or not telling the truth about things. So as a way to respond, instead of saying some words or something like that, or you know what I mean? Like I don't even want none of them to talk about me. Like there's no pluses for me. I do not want Anton LaVey Atwood's crowd. I don't want Little Bubblegum's crowd. I don't even want them to mention me. I don't want them saying that. I don't want that crowd. You know what I'm saying? You know, so ain't no point in getting a lawyer if your homie told. That's crazy right there. Delete my iCloud if you think it. If I think they really on me when trial comes, it ain't your phone. It be your homie though. He on the stand with his head down like he don't know me though. Yo, son, like get some friends, bro. See what I mean? Like weirdo people. It's crazy. I don't even know what this dude is talking about, but in his mind, he think everybody. You see what I'm saying? It's like a lot of mentally ill people here on YouTube. So what happens is, I was just reading a comment right there, and I read their comments because if you don't, the old gal she know, if you don't read their comments, you might have somebody in here for the next half an hour that's secretly flagging you just because you missed their comments. But yeah, it's been a couple of people that I brought to the front ground. I'm saying and I'm putting it out there. Thank you very much, Javon. I say and I put it out to many people. I'm like, yo, this is what's happening. And then like Javon, the old gal, they see these people come in here and do this. So the new thing now is I got like 2 or 3 bloggers that's like literally flagging my page. So I'm gonna give you a perfect example. 7 minutes after I was live talking about the same exact subject, I noticed old Anton LaVey Atwood over there, he went live. And I figured it out. I said, oh, that's probably Bubblegum. See, Bubblegum, he'll do some shit like that. Bubblegum, little Bubblegum over there, he'll do some shit like that. He'll flag your page. He's real Sinaic, motherfucker. Motherfucker turned around this minute ago talking about that. Yeah, I got this new pod coming up about some UFOs trying to capture me, and I've got it on film. I'm like, homie, what are you talking about? Like they talk about all kinds of weird stuff when they ain't got nothing real to talk about. So they start talking about UFOs and witches and real weirdo ass channel, if you ask me. I don't know why nobody want to be associated with it, but that's on them. You know what I'm saying? That's on them. I wouldn't want to be associated with that. That's why I say I'm perfectly fine. Don't ever mention me over there. I'm not looking for your attention. I'm not looking for Lisa Smell's attention. You know what I'm saying? At this point, she come on so wacky to me. That's one of the other vloggers I'm pretty sure is doing it too. She come on so wacky to me, I would be scared to even approach her on some shit other than, yo, we enemies. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's legit. Sad. We have to be paranoid about some nutcase on the web. You can't mind your own business on the internet. It is what it is, man. I mean, a lot of people they elect to go after certain podcasters on behalf of their favorite podcaster. What are you gonna do about that? I never on this channel before I even start the diatribe of the subjects. I never on my channel, I can at least say ever, and my subscribers will tell you the same thing. I never encourage people to go over and flag somebody's channel because they disagree with me or whatever. The majority of them are going to disagree with me. They've never been in the music industry before. I have. So of course they're going to disagree with me because most of them are going based off of they're basing it off of what they can Google. They're basing it off of what they heard as far as a rumor. They're basing it off of whatever, whatever, whatever. When people like myself and other individuals who were actually around and a lot of this behavior that they're talking about, we didn't see any of it. You just heard Chopper the other night, who Chopper and the band and all them, I helped promote their album. They said the same. He said the same thing. He said, I ain't never seen nothing like that out of Puff. I heard Freddie, and Freddie damn near hate this nigga. He said the same thing pretty much. I ain't never seen none of that shit. So when did all this crazy freak party shit happen? Because we was with these motherfuckers 2, 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning sometimes. And I never saw none of that shit from Puff or any of them. I saw a whole bunch of motherfuckers drinking. I mean, every now and then you would see a bitch go into another room with a favorite rapper. What's she doing? She went in there voluntarily. Ain't nobody dragging her. Like, no, I'm not going. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I said there's a lot more going on than y'all think it is. And y'all figure that out soon. I don't do conspiracy theories, but what I do is truth theories. And what I'm trying to tell you is the way you think things are going to go, they ain't going to go the way you think things going to go. And that's the trick of the matter. When y'all really start to see and certain puzzle pieces start coming together, whatever, some of y'all gonna look back and say, my God, you know what? He did whoop on Cassie, but that nigga wasn't that type of nigga. You understand what I'm saying? Like, what somebody does in their personal life as far as them getting it on or whatever. I mean, like, if you want to have that conversation, we got to talk about this free-spirited sexual 60s and 70s. Then we got to talk about the crisis that they have with health in the 80s. Then we got to talk about all the illegitimate fucking kids, including some of y'all motherfuckers is watching me, are products of, or your mom and daddy that were teen mothers and fathers during the early 90s all the way up to 97, 98. We got to talk about them too. They were freaks. That's why I often talk about that, because I put it in comparison. If you were 12, 13, 14 years old and you was out having sex or whatever, what made you get into that light? You get what I'm saying? So this to brush this conversation off or whatever. If this is your first time here, been heavily assaulted lately. I've got people flagging my channel every time I go live. I got them flagging my uploads every time I put an upload up. Like, I put an upload up, all of a sudden that'll get flagged. Somebody tried to flag one of my joints the other night, talking about like, literally it's a video of me. They claimed my video was them in my video. I said, yo, that's crazy. Like, literally, it's this wall and me right here. And somebody claimed they were me in my video. I said, that is a different type of, like, mental illness. Like, this mental illness that these kids got is like demonic. It's like really demonic, son. Like, I have never seen the urban world so demonic and so praiseworthy of this demonic shit. It's just like, it's scary. It's like, I look at all of them like, yo, listen, man, y'all all demons. Y'all all possessed to me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, y'all all possessed to me. Like, I even hear certain people's conversations, and now, before they even say the conversation, I can almost predict what they gonna say and the intentions at the same time. It's crazy. Like, I had this woman the other day, like I was talking about this earlier on my vlog. I was like, I had this woman the other day, she smiled at me, and then another woman smiled at me, and the one woman, you could look in her face and tell she had good intent and she meant it sincerely. Well, the other woman, you looked at her when she smiled at you, and she smiled at you as if to invoke a segue of, I'm gonna do some bullshit to you in a minute. You understand what I'm saying? Like you said, evil has a face. That's right. Evil has a face. I can literally tell the difference. So, like, where old Lisa Smells, the problem I had with her earlier, and I'm pretty sure she was over here flagging too. You know what I'm saying? There's a group of like 4 or 5 of them. They're really bent on it. They can't get their way. They act like children. Well, I'm going to flag you then if you don't say what I want you to say. All right. But you better watch that flagging shit, because God knows we get the flagging on your fucking page. You understand what I'm saying? In a different way. You ain't going to like the way it come with you. One thing I got to do, Lisa, and I'll say your name this one time. Only thing I gotta do is make one phone call. One phone call. One phone call. And your tomorrow will be very fucking different. Literally. And you don't have to believe that. You don't have to believe that after 17 years of being with that company that I don't know anybody and this, that, and other and the third or whatever. You understand? But I got quite a few people you can ask, including one person been requesting you on what the setback is with that. Be easy, man. I mean, not to destroy people's channels, but you won't be out here lying on people. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what Shorty do. She lies on people. She took Charlemagne the God's diatribe the other day and regurgitated it on her channel as if it was hers. And it wasn't. And I played both audios side by side so people can hear it. It literally, she picked off of what they said and just regurgitated it. There's this other woman by the name of Miss Shakur that we're seeing. Miss Shakur is saying the same damn thing. She's saying, yo, this girl grabs things from me. She regurgitates them on her channel. And this is what somebody totally different says. So what do we do at this point? Do we sit here and ignore it or whatever, whatever? I never have just 9 people in my chat room, bro. Y'all know that. You understand what I'm saying? People, you know, that's what they do. They flag people. If you say something they don't like, they flagging you. If you do something they don't like or don't fall in line with them, they'll start a rumor about you. If you go over and talk to a certain podcast, they don't like that podcaster, they'll turn around, they'll say, hey, let's group together and take this one out. He was over there talking. It's like a big ass high school over here. And I just don't play that way, man. I just don't play that way. You do too much with me, I don't know what to tell you. Like for real, shit did different, bro. Like for real, and I'm not talking about like on no violent shit either. I'm talking about shit can get different. There's a lot of fucked up shit that some of these vloggers have said, and I don't even realize they said it. And anytime I've said anything on this vlog, as far as me personally concerned, when it got to do with anything really that's retaliatory, it's because somebody's coming in my channel. God, you guys wouldn't even believe it. I don't mean to complain, but I just want to say this, get it off my chest, because I had to end my live earlier because I had somebody that was a half a Todd just sitting there pressing laughing emojis when I was talking about Kim Porter and her death. They were literally sitting there pressing laughing emojis. And I said, what kind of sicko motherfucker? I mean, they waited exactly. No, there was no pressing of emojis before then or nothing like that. I talked about Christian Combs, aka King Combs, and then bringing that song, which was a homage to his mother. And as soon as I said that, somebody started pressing the laughing emojis. If you were here, you saw that. Somebody started pressing the laughing emojis. And I said, damn, we pressing laughing emojis on a dead woman now? That's how we getting down? You know, so when y'all ask me and y'all get mad at me, especially some of the ladies, you get mad at me, you say, oh, yo, how could he say that? How could he say he wouldn't have a baby with a black woman in 2025? Look at how these motherfuckers act when you do something they don't like. And you look like them. They won't exert the same energy for white folks. They only exert it for their own. They're cowards. I heard a black woman today, I'm going to share her live later. She said the same words I said. I said, so what's the fucking difference when I say it? She said, most of these black folks are scared of white people. That's why they won't oppose them, but they'll be quick to oppose you because they use the energy they couldn't use to oppose on them, on you. And I'm like, that's crazy, bro. So that's where we at. That's why I have people come in here and never talk to me a day in their life. They'll be like, and you, I'm like, I don't even know you. And they'll think you're the same unilaterally because of skin tone. That's the craziest shit ever. I'm like, nah, we ain't there, bro. Yo soy la cubano, la mareno, papa. Nah, we ain't there. I can name on the top of my hand right now, out of 24,000 people, 24,000 people. I hate those edgy people on the internet who they are always looking for another disabled kid or tragically trying to make a creepy joke about it. Yes, a lot of them too. I've seen people like that too. There was a kid. This is on another app, but I saw a video floating around. I don't know if y'all saw it. This is white kid that's singing, and evidently there's something definitely wrong with him, disabled wise or whatever. And he's saying, I forgot what song he's saying, but it's a very popular top 40 song. And people made a joke video about it. And the fucked up thing about it, the people that made the joke video about it was 2 black people. And so I went to go look at the comments because the comments will tell you everything. I went to go look at the comments, and when I looked at the comments, it was all these different black people in there just calling them all kinds of. They were calling Quasimodo from and I forgot what the character is from Beauty and the Beast. All because he had this ailment. I remember when I was in school, son, we would have beat the snot out of somebody for doing that. Like you wouldn't have been able to do that. We would have checked you about that. Yo, why you beating up on him for? Pick on us. You know what I'm saying? Like that's would have been a mantra. Now it's since we got this weird odd switch in the tempo, and I keep trying to tell y'all, we started making nobodies and the superstars, nerds and the superstars. There's a kid right now that talks so much shit about me. I'm like, son, if I seen you in person, you wouldn't even make it off the block factory. You understand what I'm saying? And you can look at him and tell this nigga was a nerd his whole entire life, but he'll try the nerds of yesterday are the new cool kids of the day. I'm gonna let y'all sit for a minute with that. As y'all realize what I just said. And I'll say it one more time for you so you can get it. The nerds of yesterday are now, because there's so many nerds and uncool kids, all the nerds and uncool kids linked up together, and they say, well, it's more of us than there is of them. And so if you dig back into the trenches with these people, what you'll find is a lot of these people were the people that were unpopular in high school. A lot of these people were people picked on in high school, middle school, whatever. And now they're all big and bad and grown up. And now they hop on the internet and do the same type of behavior the way people treated them in high school and middle school. These are people that are traumatized, most of them, I'm trying to tell you. I can listen to old Lisa Smells, and I can tell just by her voice alone, people used to pick on her. I can listen to a couple of these vloggers and realize them real quick. Okay, people used to pick on you. You probably had a problem with self-esteem. You out of shape, so that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like after a minute, you start getting it. You like, oh, okay. A lot of these people are individuals that's hurt. You know. I don't know. I'll talk about some more about that later. Let's talk about my opinion on Kendrick Lamar's performance last night. My first initial reaction to it. Hold on one second. Let's go real quick. I never just have 15 people in my chat. Never. Like never. Never. My brother's going hard to flag a nigga. Anyway, Kendrick Lamar. Last night when I saw the performance, I didn't see it live. I saw it like 15 minutes. I didn't watch the Super Bowl live. But when I watched it, my first reaction was, this fucking sucks. like that was my first reaction. I'm not even gonna lie to you. That was my first. I was like, this fucking sucks. It was like, listen, man, you gotta realize I'm somebody that has seen some of the best perform. I done seen how the stage shit was gonna be set up. I was there when they were doing practice routines and everything else. You know what I'm saying? Most of these other people that are having these conversations with you, they've never been anywhere near the music industry yet, and still, these are the people you go to. I want to go listen to so-and-so. Why? Because I know he's never been in the music industry, but I like his conspiracy theories. You know, that's what it basically breaks down to. But judging for somebody that come from the music industry, the choreography, that's what they relied on. They relied on that. What's the name? I think what Rihanna did was pretty dope. Even though that was kind of bland, but it was dope. I think it's really not up to the artist most of the time. It's up to the production and what they want to see. And so, in the case of the NFL, and Kendrick in the position he was in, usually in a big position anyway, previously or currently, he was able to negotiate with the people of the NFL and probably Jay-Z's team too that wanted to see a certain thing and come to a compromise of what they want to see. With the dancer thing, I think they just expounded on that from his video. And so that's why they had the dancing choreography and all that. In my personal opinion, and I'm just saying this from, I don't know, up to almost 40 artists I helped promote and sing, perform, and everything else when I was in the music industry, I think it was lackluster. I've seen better shit than that. You know what I mean? And I think even for this generation, because a lot of people want to make it generational now. You know what I'm saying? Good music is good music. Good music stands the test of time. You understand what I'm saying? It doesn't matter what it is. Good music stands the test of time. If you have a good song, I'll give you a perfect example of a good song that stands the test of time. The Pledge of Allegiance, the national anthem. I wish I wasn't Dixie, hoorah, hoorah. See what I mean? These songs stand the test of time. And they continue well another 100 years from now. Good music like Michael Jackson, Willie Nelson, Little Richard, all these people, they'll expand the test of time. You can go play these songs anywhere to any crowd at any age, and they all resonate with it. This is the thing, and the reason why they add this, and the only genre that exists in is rap music. And the only way it exclusively exists is where blacks in whatever rap subcategory genre there is, they don't protest it. Meaning, like, I'll give you an example. If you get like some of the best rappers you got out right now in their 40s, got the best albums, best compilations. You don't believe me? Go check Nas's Kings. I forgot what that shit's called. King something. Go check that out. Go check that series out. Go check out Raekwon's new work. Go check out Redman and Method Man. They got some new stuff out. Go check out God damn, I can tell you a couple of different people. But you go check out some of these artists that are like 35, 40 and over. And what you'll very quickly find is they sound better. It's going back to Wu-Tang. Definitely a lot of the Wu-Tang got new shit out. Um, Lyrically, people are trying to go back to that. People are tired of I mean, I think they can it's a world where both of them can exist. I seen that just put together just a minute ago where what's the boy's name? Jim Jones. You know what I mean? Oh, it would definitely happen. With Kendrick though, let's talk about sonically. I think all the songs were bland as fuck. Um, I think the only reason people were even interested or familiar with songs was the song "Not Like Us." That's it. And I think the performance of that song, he was trying so hard to sell it. And in my opinion, there's some artists. I won't say in my opinion because this has been said before. Some artists, they're good at just kind of standing there on stage and they can captivate the whole stage just by walking back and forth. They ain't even really got to do much. Then there's other artists, they got to do a lot because they got to keep the captivation of the audience. You see this more profoundly with female artists than you do with male artists. Mm-hmm. He went out there and I think he tried to sell Not Like Us as the anthem and the theatrics, and I heard all the secret subliminal messages, and he wore an A minor chain and all this play. I said, man, that was the production company. That wasn't that nigga. Whoever the production company the NFL hired, that was their idea. It's like when y'all saw, what was his name? Lil Nas X or whatever his name is. He canceled himself. He knew what was going to happen once he put that video out with the devil and all that stuff. He cashed out real quick. Do some more tours, about 3 or 4 years, whatever. When you look at the map industry from the perspective of people that have been in it, and we see it to now, I come from a time when there was still physical units like CDs and DVDs for sale, and the price point on them was anywhere from $9 to upwards of $70 for one, and that's a commemorative package or whatever the case may be. It's not like that anymore. It's just worth dollars on the cent. This is why you're seeing people sell their catalogs now. And 5 years to 10 years from now, it's not going to be self-sustainable unless you have some new type of program invented. Like a lot of people try to go to, and they'll say, because let's not make a mistake here. Kendrick Lamar is still signed to UMG. You understand what I'm saying? You think Universal Music Group gives a fuck about how you feel as black people? You don't really think that, do you? You didn't even say hi to me. I don't check out nobody's music. Don't say hi to me. Goodbye. Now you spamming my page. I told the nigga say hi to me. He put another copy in post. You see what I mean? They're terrible. They want you to listen to them. That's the problem with the internet. Everybody wants you to listen to them, but they don't want to listen to nobody. Hold on 1 second. I mean, as on, so I'm trying to be very casual today. You know what I'm saying? That was my brother. He bogus. Gotta act like I don't know. That nigga lied to me in my face. Don't know what he on. No one even asked him, was it true? He said, nah. Who the fuck are you talking about, man? I don't know what the fuck you talking about, but that shit sound nutty as fuck. Like, for real, like some of these dudes, I be trying to tell y'all, these motherfuckers be mentally ill. Like niggas be writing all kinds of shit in my chat room. This nigga was talking to himself. You know. Anyway, which leads to another conversation about Kendrick Lamar fans. They like anything that Kendrick Lamar put out. Kendrick Lamar is the underdog in this conversation. I don't care what nobody says. Not Like Us was officially retired last night. That's what y'all don't get. It might get a duress of maybe 2 more weeks, a grace period or whatever. But that song is a single. They built the coffin for that motherfucker and buried it last night. That's ultimately what they did. They saved Drake's career last night. And I want to thank whoever was responsible for the production crew. I don't know who that was, but I want to thank y'all so much for failing to execute what y'all wanted to do. Had Samuel L. Jackson out there looking like that's Nick fucking Fury, man. Y'all had Samuel L. Jackson out there looking like motherfucking Mr. Bojangles. I would have rather seen him out there in character as Steven than that shit he had. 5 Grammys. I mean, Drake got. You said 5 Grammys. He got 5 Grammys now. How many Drake got? That's all he needed. If he asked you, we ain't asked you. What if the world depended on you? We ain't asked you. I think you gotta love when these modern day niggas be saying Euphoria was all that he needed. If you ask me, that's all he needed. Listen, Kendrick Lamar's voice is annoying to me. That's for one. I can't listen to the motherfuckers that talk out their nose. That's what gets on my nerves about what's the name, about modern. What do you mean? You describe yourself, man. You understand what I'm saying? You a guest here. You describe yourself. Tell us what you love. Focus so much about whoever you love. Now he don't need to come out with a diss album. I'm gonna tell you what's gonna end the whole shit. Drake done already announced the new album. Y'all know that, right? Drake announced the new album. You understand what I'm saying? And to be quite honest with you, it would have been better for him. Kendrick Lamar would have been embraced as the bigger man last night if he would have just did 2 moves. You should have brought Lil Wayne and Drake on stage. That's all you had to do. Even with them losing out there last night in Louisiana. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, he keep dancing, keep tap dancing, whatever he wants to. You know what I'm saying? Is that literally, that's what I said. They both signed to UMG, Universal Music Group. If y'all familiar with my page here, y'all know I do lives from Universal Music Group all the time. So for all the niggas that ain't subscribers, you wouldn't know. But people on this channel, you can go check in my lives and you'll see I do lives all the time from Def Jam offices. I know a couple people here and there. So this conversation already came up, and I was going to have the conversation one night, and you got to remember I ended up talking about Courtney Burgess instead because somebody said, yeah, don't have that conversation right here. It'll look crazy for me. I said, all right, I get that. I'll wait a little bit further into the future. So this is the perfect time to have that conversation. What's going on, man? Ain't nothing. Give me a second, y'all. Let me share this real quick. Yeah, I be having people flagging me and all kinds of shit or whatever. I wouldn't fuck with me this week. And I think you fucking with me because I'm telling you, it's not going to end the way you think it's going to end, for real. You know what I'm saying? Because for real, I got to if I got to do that, that's what I got to do. I ain't been doing that, but if I got to do that, I'll do that. Yo, just Kendra, you dissing the whole West Coast. If she never came, you call Kendrick Lamar a she? You just Kendra, You just what the fuck are you saying, bro? You just kinda. You trying to say kinda? You just Kendrick. You dissing the whole West Coast. If she never came out with the diss track, bro, the rap battle turned the track to a record. Yeah, I know what the fuck it did, man. We all saw what it did. Why the fuck you feel like you gotta need to type that for? We all saw that happen. That's obvious. You know what I'm saying? Y'all niggas be typing some obvious shit. Like, and you know what? And then after Drake dropped that song, that's when Drake dropped the other song. Like, we ain't been paying attention. Anthony, nothing again. Listen, I know you're a new show, okay? So I'll help you. Would you still listen to me if I told like this? That's how the fucking like retarded. Listen, this is what I'm telling you. Drake just announced that he got a new album coming out. You understand what I'm saying? You wrote in your comment after I done said that twice. You need to tell Drake to get back in the studio. Motherfucker, I just said he got a new album coming out. Ain't you get clean the wax out your ear? Y'all motherfuckers hear what y'all want to hear. He has a new album coming out, Anthony. The fuck? Fucking with you. Oh, you need to tell Drake to get back in the studio. He is back in the goddamn studio. Nigga, my sister live in California. All right? It's not about California, man. We got family in California. My sister live right outside of Oakland, Modesto County. Shout out to them. You know what I'm saying? She over there by the water and the fucking desert. Figure that shit out. She over by the water and the desert. Yeah, man, I ain't from the West Coast. Can y'all hear that in my voice, though? Like, y'all think I'm from California? And y'all some sensitive ass niggas out there. How the fuck is saying that nigga had a lackluster performance dissing the whole West Coast? If you think that, you pure D pussy. For real, you a sensitive motherfucker. If you say he just dissed the whole coast, y'all niggas talk shit. Let me tell you about Cali niggas. Cali niggas sit around talk shit all day about New York rappers, New York performances, how they like it, don't like it, all this shit or whatever, right? Respectfully. And then y'all niggas get mad as soon as somebody talk about somebody or whatever that's happened to be from the West Coast. It's giving the imagery that y'all ain't got many motherfucking icons out there, and y'all do. Now I can see if I was sitting on this bitch and I was talking about Ice Cube or something like that. I know what kind of smoke is coming. I can see if I was sitting up over here talking about Dub C or Snoop Dogg or somebody like that. I can see where the seed is coming. This motherfucker ain't put in enough work for me to be motherfucking imagine like that. Y'all sensitive? Yes, y'all are. Y'all niggas sensitive as fuck out there in the West Coast. I done been out on the West Coast, nigga. Fuck out of here. What you talking about? That nigga sensitive as hell out there. Always sensitive about this. Yo, he said something about little OG such and such. We got to go get him, cuz. What happened? Mark ass nigga stepped on my sneakers, cuz. I'm saying, like, it all be some goofy shit. You know what I mean? Like, that nigga ain't nobody diss the motherfucking West Coast. I said that nigga's whack. And he is whack. He's whack. And you sit here, and I ain't arguing with you. We just having a conversation. But you sitting here acting like I'm the only person that said that the Kendrick's performance was whack last night. There are publications that wrote up the same shit I was thinking last night when I saw it around about 11 o'clock at night. They all said the same thing. It was like the shit was lackluster, the shit was weak. There's niggas in tons of blogs saying the same shit. The shit was lackluster, the shit was weak. I said the same shit last night. I'll say it again. The shit was lackluster, the shit was weak. That was not a phenomenal performance. If you think that was a phenomenal performance, I would have to measure what's your scope of great performances at that point. You know what I mean? Like, if you lived long enough to go see one of the performances by like a 90 star or something like that, you'll quickly realize, yo, that shit Kendrick did last night was some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? We don't get mad, bro. Hey, we don't even get, you see Kendrick. Oh, yo, listen. That's his peoples. Of course, Nas gonna say that. Nas gonna put another beat from Dre. We make, first of all, let me tell you something. You don't make me uncomfortable at all, nigga. You understand what I'm saying? Nigga, listen, don't ever come over here trying to be tough and threaten me, nigga. I kill you. Real talk. No real spill. You understand what I'm saying? Don't ever come over this motherfucker with some scary shit. All right? You don't scare shit out of me, nigga. Now, I'm gonna say this much. I got some homies out there in the West Coast and some hard-hitting motherfuckers. You understand what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure their opinion of me will differ very greatly from yours. You understand what I'm saying? Second of all, anybody dissing the West Coast, it is what it is. Y'all want to crown him the champion, y'all crown him the champion all you want to. But what I'm telling you is, what you think is going on, you think this motherfucker is going to hit the stratosphere now that he did that lackluster, weak-ass performance last night. And what I'm telling you, the total opposite is going to happen. What's going to happen is, this is the point where niggas start forgetting him. He just hasn't realized it yet. They buried him in that single last night. And they try to make it symbolic. And the UMG kind of played it too, because they try to make the shit symbolic. It wasn't symbolic. How can it be symbolic and you signed to a record label? If you were still independent, you ain't have 4 or 5 years worth of contracts on you. You ain't have an entourage. You wasn't doing deals with motherfucking NFL and all that shit or whatever. And then you went out there and did all that shit. Okay, that would have been something different. You understand what I'm saying? Everything you did last night was contractual with white people. So how the fuck is the shit that you did in that symbolic way somehow or another lifting the whole fucking culture? And I notice I don't hear nobody but bitches saying that. Bitches and sensitive ass niggas. That's the only people say that shit. They uplifted the culture. Who did? UMG? The NFL? Because they were in charge of the production, you slow motherfuckers. Kendrick brainstormed this, just put the whole shit together. Said, this is what we're going to go with. For the NFL, y'all know how business go. Get my followers up. How many followers you got? I love a nigga that say, get my followers up. You been here for 1 month and no subscribers, so that means you a dummy account. Yeah, let's get you out of here. Plus the nigga said bro 2 times. The panhandling on here is crazy. Anybody heard me say anything about my Cash App? Did anybody hear me say anything about my Cash App? Anybody? Anybody? Since you've been on here, ladies and gentlemen, for the past 37 minutes, has anybody heard me mention my Cash App? What's up, little bubble gum? That's what you do. You go around, you doing it, you being a financial menace. Don't play with me, little bubble gum. You're gonna get bit in your ass. But leave me alone, little bubble gum. I'm trying to tell you. This week ain't the week you want to fuck with me. But go on about your business. This week ain't the week you want to fuck with me. I'm trying to tell you. I'm feeling a different way this week. I might do some different measures. You know what I'm saying? Fuck everybody's flow up. Leave me fuck alone. Go on about your business, B. All right? All right. You know what I'm saying? He part of that whole nigga committee. They be running around telling niggas don't donate to people. So this nigga, he goes by the name Steve Jobs. Let's see when you created your profile. 3 months ago, isn't that convenient, with no subscribers. He wrote in my chat room, panhandling on here is crazy. Panhandling. So let me tell you, let me explain to y'all something. One, y'all been here for almost an hour. Any of y'all hear me scream my Cash App? And most of the other lives, if you've been here, have you noticed at tops, I say my Cash App 2 or 3 times. Well, they have these little patrols that are now linked with white men and black women exclusively, it seems. And what they do is they go and attack black men. So they attack them financially so they can garner all the money from niggas. You understand what I'm saying? So basically, we're going to stop. We're together as this white coalition. We're going to stop that man of color from getting money and getting money from his people of color. And they're going to donate it to us because we're going to talk about the same people of color. And there's actually niggas that are dumb enough to fall for this. That, you know, it's the same trick they've been falling for since fucking pre-war Civil War days. This is why I don't feel sorry for niggas no more. You still falling for the same fucking trick, bitch? You understand what I'm saying? Like your mama ain't teach you, grandma ain't teach you. All right, at that point, fuck it. You just a casualty of war as far as I'm concerned. But hey, don't never mind that. Anyway, I got a ton of these motherfuckers that's what they do. You know what I'm saying? They go around, they flag your channel, they come in your channel and say panhandling, but their favorite blogger, what is your favorite blogger doing? When he asks for cash apps, what are they doing? When they ask for cash apps 6 or 7 times, when you get a podcaster to sit there And he'll say, y'all got to donate because I want to go gambling again. And these bitches will give him the money to go gamble. No, there's a problem in Black American culture, and it's called mental illness. It's a problem in Latin American culture. It's called mental illness. It's a problem in white American culture. It's called mental illness. Only a mentally ill motherfucker will come to somebody's page day after day after day, like Pork Chop, because I'm pretty sure that's who he is, and write shit like that with fake profiles and create fake profiles so they can write shit like that. That's a mentally ill motherfucker. Peace, God. He wants me to argue with him. I'm not going to argue with you. But this one particular portly little man, he goes around to everybody's podcast. He's not very entertaining on his own. So what he has to do is he has to create manipulative ways to try to take out the competition. But what people are starting to expose is the ways that he does things. And it's getting broader and broader in the conversation. And sooner or later, he'll X himself out. You ain't even got to worry about it. Niggas like that dude. It's like that little Black Harley Quinn over there. She gonna do the same thing, but she gonna have some other troubles in a minute. She just do not know. I was the last person you should have started fucking with, honey. Trust me on that one. There's a lot of people to fuck with on the internet and say shit with, and I'm not talking about in a violent way either. Well, I can do other things for you. You talking about tall lawyers and all this shit or whatever. You better pay attention to the material you got on your page and the things you've said in the past couple months. I would oblige you with that, especially this week. Especially this week. Remember last week I told you I said some things gonna happen this week. Remember I told you that? I'm small but I'm big. You see what I'm dealing with? I'll tell you that all the time. My favorite phrase. I'm small but I'm big still. You see it? So listen, I'll say this. I'm look small but I'm big. You see it? I'm on deal with the top boss. You see it? All the time. Big up time on. Chop. Yeah. Listen, this is what I'm saying to you. Kendrick Lamar's performance was lackluster as fuck. It don't matter if you're 20 years old, 30 years old, 40 years old, 50 years old. Like some of these niggas, they want to tell me they retiring. I'm 43 now. I'm too old to be doing this shit. Nigga, listen. Take your depressing ass and go die if that's what you want to do, motherfucker. Don't try to drag us with you. You know what I'm saying? I can't stand them type of people. Y'all ever notice some people out here now? Motherfuckers be 42, 43 years old, already give it all up. Really, yeah, I'm here to set it down, man. You know, it's all over now. I'm going to spend the next 30 years of my life just wallowing in pain and becoming an old man. So I'm so decrepit I can't move around because that's what my depression is taking me. You could do that shit by your fucking self, bitch. I'm not doing that shit. Now, I don't suggest any other motherfucker do that shit either. This is the only country in the world where I've seen Black Americans and Latin Americans, they reach a certain age, and really it's because of their life decisions. Nigga, of course you look old at 34 because you spent the past couple years in and out of jail having illegitimate babies all across the city. Of course you look old, nigga. You spend most of your time going to courtrooms to child support court. Of course you look old, nigga, and decrepit and shit like that or whatever, and feel down on your luck or whatever, because you chasing the hoe to pay motherfucking child support. Of course you feel down and depressed because you work at some motherfucking job or whatever. Here go one of these sweet men up in here, y'all. Y'all ain't even see Diddy in the motherfucking title? Yeah, and still we got the sweet boy down here, got Diddy on his mind. He like Diddy. You like Diddy or you just know who I am and somebody sent you over here? Yeah, that's what that is. I got you. Let me see something real quick. Yeah, he created this account 3 days ago. That means I blocked you before. So you created another account to come back here and created the account 3 days ago. See? They tapped out when I said that. These people be thinking they slick. You see what I mean? These are mentally ill people. He literally created the account 3 days ago, talking about blink twice and do I cook with baby oil. That's a man to say shit like that. You see what I mean? There's something mentally wrong with these motherfuckers. So that's why I treat them the way I treat them. That's why I say the shit I say. Notice, nobody for Black History Month yet has a post up about Black History Month. Have y'all not noticed that? None of your favorite vloggers have a post up about Black History Month. Have you not noticed that? Their efforts for Black History Month is talking about Kanye. They started out Black History Month dissing Kanye West, Jay-Z, and Diddy. And then they wonder why DEI has been eradicated. And pretty soon they're going to take the funds for what they were given to celebrations for motherfucker, what's the name, Black History Month. I told y'all niggas this shit last year. And I knew last year when I had the hint from somebody that told me about this same DEI shit. I said it in front of Trump Towers on camera for you. Only thing you gotta do is go through my lives, put in my name and put Trump Tower. It'll come right up. Put in my name, put Trump Tower, it'll come right up. Put in my name, put Trump Tower, it'll come right up. As long as with a well of a litany of other different videos. You understand what I'm saying? From Trump Tower, New York City, and Trump International Hotel in New York City. I'm welcome at both of those spots. I'm welcome at both of them spots. And shout out to the staff that's up there. Great people up there. I had one time I was on, thank you, Javad. I had one time I was up there. Somebody said on my camera, are there any black people? I said, well, here go a nigga right here. Here go a Latino right here. I don't know. You answer the question. And the one Latino man that I put on there, he's actually part of 3. His son works there, his brother works there, and he works there. So that's 3 Latinos that work up in there. And I showed y'all 4 senior black people that work up in Trump Tower. Niggas was really like, is there any niggas up in there? Because I heard Trump don't hire no niggas. See how what's the name can be disposed just like that? Well, a lot of people, they don't want to believe that. What they want to do is they want to believe what they want to believe and sit around with the cat under the catalyst and the grouping of people that believe what they believe. And that's the most dangerous position you can ever be in. If you just hanging with motherfuckers because they agree with what you say, you are an idiot. You are an idiot. Because at any given time, people like that, they're trendy. And what they gonna do, as soon as that trend is over, they gonna switch their opinion too. Oh, well, I thought he was like that 2 months ago, but now I feel a little bit different. That's why I stick consistent with the same shit. You notice I don't never switch up, right? If you shake, okay, we got another Vision Nikki. Let's see what you got to say. If you shake your head back and forth, does your hat fall off? Let me ask you a question. And all the fucking things in comedy you could have said, right? Of all the shit you could have said that would have been funny, if you would have just taken maybe 20 more seconds to put effort into your funny shit, look, I'm gonna give you another chance. Hey, Roxy, I'm gonna give you another chance because nobody here thought that shit was funny. I'm gonna give you another chance, Frisian Nikki. Go ahead and shoot another one. Y'all give it up for Frisian Nikki. They want to be a star. They want to be accepted and seen. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start treating you just like you're retarded kids. You understand what I'm saying? Like, if you would have said that joke about 5 years ago, we probably would have beat you the fuck up. Because that joke was so horrible. This motherfucker said, if you shake your head back and forth, that you fall off and all tarred spirit. Take your fucking Dan Syndrome ass the fuck up off my channel. Oh. Anyway, if you take your head back and forth, does your head fall off or key? These are men doing shit like that, bro. Men that have become basically women with dicks. That didn't come out right, but you know what I mean. It's like basically they raised by a woman. They talk like women pop jokes like that. You know what I'm saying? Don't no man pop no joke like that. When you take your head back and forth, does your head fall off? I'm like, what the fuck do you really think that's funny? Like you like if you would have spent 20 more seconds of effort in it, I would have respected it more. You know what I'm saying? I would have respected it more. And look, I'm saying, Roxy, at least gather the joke. You understand what I'm saying? Sit on the joke. Recite the joke. Say to yourself, you know what? How can I execute the joke so it'll actually be funny? A nigga that actually just wrote into my chat room, if you shake your head back and forth, I thought the motherfucker had Down syndrome or some shit like that. Somebody get this motherfucker a sippy cup and a bib. Something special about that nigga. You know what I'm saying? The fuck are you talking about? Like, you ever notice that these kids and like just people in general are not fucking funny anymore when they try to be funny? I had another motherfucker come in the other day. If y'all ever seen them do this one right here, Kendrick or Drake? And then I put a question mark. Kendrick or Drake? Well, this is a whole system of little fibbers like that. So they'll be like, Spanish or English? They'll write laughing emojis behind it. Like, it's just the funniest shit you ever heard in your life. And I'm like, yo, you know what? I really want to smack the shit out of you for saying that dumbass shit. You know what I'm saying? I just can't reach through this internet and just get your fuck you saying shit. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck You know what I mean? Like you just want to do something to him. Like, how dare you write that corny, dry ass shit? I watch real comedians, man. Shout out to Corey Holcomb, man. Shout out to who else, man? Can I say Deion Cole? You know, I spent a lifetime watching real comedians. So when I hear a dry ass fucking joke from the lines of motherfucking riffraff and trash, I am behooved, beloved. I am befuddled. Back to the show. Um, that's the second one that came in here. Rocksha had another one come in here just a few minutes ago. They said the amount of panhandling on this channel was crazy. Mind you, this is coming from niggas that watch podcasts that sit in their room every day, all year long, and air and there go off somewhere. Now, I done inspired a couple of different other motherfucking vloggers to get off their ass and start going some places and showing people shit. Now, I saw Huggy. She went back to her original format. And I said this before. Huggy in that car with her man, this is what we originally watched from her, and me out on the bricks all the time is what they originally watched from me. I started my blog on the street, son. You understand what I'm saying? I never had no studio. None of that. The backdrop is me. You understand? And I take people to different locations and things like that or whatever. So we encourage people to donate. One of my last excursions that I did, I went to the actual place where Malcolm X was shot and killed. Had a tour guide take me through, give me the historic information about what happened. And I stood in the spot where the actual podium was standing at, and it's marked off where Malcolm was standing when he was shot and killed. That is phenomenal footage. Phenomenal instinct, phenomenal person I interacted with. I took them through that shit through and through. And a nigga got the nerve to come on my channel talking about I'm panhandling, but them gossiping and regurgitating motherfucking Google articles is real work. Them downloading a PDF of somebody's court case, that's real work. These people got you fooled because some of these YouTubers are some of the real big hustlers. The nigga that came in and wrote that shit in my chat room, that's the hustler. That's the motherfucking snake right there. Y'all just don't see it because y'all fall in order with snakes now. You understand what I'm saying? That's what I try to tell you. You gotta watch these niggas, bro. These niggas be out here preaching like they so righteous and everything like that. They be the demons and they just don't realize it. Now y'all niggas is demons. If you sitting around with people all day long and they never have anything else to offer you, I just said it's Black History Month. For people that's been here with me for a long time, I'll get back into the Kendrick thing in a minute, but I just want to say this. For people that have been here with me for like the 5-year run and they know how this shit go, then you'll know automatically what I'm saying. But what I'm saying here is you've got people on here that gather with individuals, and the only thing they do is regurgitate other people's material, which I proved yesterday. You understand what I'm saying? Or what they do is they'll regurgitate Google articles. If they're not regurgitating Google articles, this is their 3 strategies. Regurgitate Google articles, make it into something bigger than what it is. Give your funny ass conspiracy theories that don't make sense to any bit. And then turn around and give your judgment and decision as if you're a judge here on this motherfucking app. The second thing they do is you have a whole system of they'll use StreamYard to bring in all these people that you've never heard of in your fucking life to give their motherfucking unaccredited opinion on shit that they don't know anything about. This is like talking to some motherfucker sitting in a kitchen sink hairdo session. You understand what I'm saying? Giving their motherfucking take on whatever the fuck it is, or somebody standing in front of the liquor store that ain't never been in the music industry or anything, giving their take on what they have never been around. These are unaccomplished people. So that's why I keep trying to tell you the bulk of the motherfuckers you got on YouTube now, if you really look at them, this is a bunch of unaccomplished motherfuckers, and they get here to hate because that's all they got to give is hate. Some of the fucking, what's the name, most of the motherfucking subscribers that watch them, I'm lucky. I got righteous subscribers. I done fucked with Roxy for a minute. I done fucked with the old girl for a minute. I done fucked with Ahmad L for a minute. A couple other people. My homegirl Annette used to be over here. I fucked with her for a minute. You understand what I'm saying? Those people, I say I know their character. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know what I mean? They 100 with their shit. But the rest of these motherfuckers, bro, majority of people in the African-American spectrum and Latin spectrum of YouTube, they're not on YouTube for anything else than who we making fun of today, who we trying to take down as Black and Latin today, what kind of trauma and drama is going on today, who beefing with who. And this is the shit every day, every day, every day. And if you say something different than that, you're lying. And the motherfuckers are paying for that shit. So anytime you get a bitch ass subscriber or a bitch ass nigga, they mad at you for 3 reasons. They mad at you. And the reason they come in your chat room, they try to flag you or anything like that, because they mad because you're not doing the same material they doing. And if you're not doing the same material they doing, then they mad at you because you won't join forces with them and help them bring the same material that they bring. You don't want to be a co-captain on their ship when you got your own ship. The other ones that'll be like this. Well, if you won't take, we'll have a war. We'll start arguing. I'll talk about you on my podcast. Go ahead, talk about me on my or your podcast. Go ahead. Go ahead. If that's what you need to do, do that. But remember, there's a setback for that, you heard? There's a setback for that, you heard? Now, I know a couple of you niggas that try to clock me and be like, yo, he got Slim. One nigga saw me in person, didn't think I knew it was him. He knew it was her. Son, if you would have tried anything, your ass would have been right downstairs in the tombs. You know that, and I know that. If you would have walked around the corner and tried to start something, it would have been you and never mind. anyway, right? I go to one particular motherfucker. You know who I'm talking to. Nigga was in the same space as me one day. Didn't think I recognized who he was. I said, nigga, I know exactly who the fuck you are. You know what I'm saying? I'm acting on cue because where I'm at. When you walk around this corner and give me that same funny look, I'm going to plug your ass. Even them niggas know how I'm coming down here. That's what you don't get. They know me. They don't know you. You know? Whenever you in the same, try to be in the same space as me, remember this very vividly. Them niggas know me. They don't know you. Even if you try to get friendly, it still come up. They know me. They don't know you. You understand what I'm saying? Anyway, long story short, but test your theories. But they be sitting around talking like I'm some small nigga because I talk a certain way. Nigga, I'm 6 motherfucking 3, nigga. Fuck you talking about? I ain't no little nigga. I'm slim, I keep myself in shape, but nigga, I'm 6 motherfucking 3. I tower over most motherfuckers. My hand is bigger than this motherfucking screen. Can't you see that? You know what I'm saying? Nah, it ain't gonna be an easy one. It ain't gonna be an easy one, nigga. Anyway. With that being said, I ain't trying to threaten nobody or nothing like that. But just imagine if you had to deal with a scope or what you call a T-sector, and that's all they do. Argue with each other, fuck with each other, go flag people. Who we talking about today? Let's go fight with this one. This is project behavior. That's what they do in the project. Ain't that what they do in the projects? Am I wrong, y'all? In the projects, it's always who beefing with who. In the projects, it's always what they saying, what they did, where they going, who they been with. In the projects, it's always, yo, if you in the circles like that, not in totality, but if you in circles within the projects like that, it's always some ignorant slapstick chicken, kitchen hairdo, sink hairdo type shit going on. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I ain't into the kitchen sink hairdo conversations. I really ain't. You understand what I'm saying? That's what he used to call it down the way. Kitchen sink hairdo conversations. I ain't into that shit. You know what a kitchen sink hairdo is? That's when a bitch do your hair in the kitchen sink. That's when you ain't got no money to go get it at the salon. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got enough to go uptown to the Africans. You know what I'm saying? She poor. Anyway, listen, right? This is my point. I don't care what you got to say about me. I don't give a fuck what you got to say about anybody else. You fuck with BBW. Come on, man. Get out of my motherfucking chat, man. Niggas just asking me what kind of bitches I fuck with. Shit, what the fuck is wrong with niggas? Niggas just came here and asked me what kind of women I fuck with. We not even having that conversation. What's wrong with you? Here's another one. Is Trump a legend? That's not even conducive to the conversation. Why? Like, it's the dudes, bro. Man, fuck you and Kendrick Lamar. The fuck? Shit. Give some fucks about that, nigga. Nigga, why don't you put on a concert for the motherfucking niggas out there that lost their house in Altadena and Pasadena? Put on a concert for that shit. Get all them rap niggas together. All you West Coast niggas. There are people out there in Altadena and Pasadena. That's why I can't stand when a nigga, because them niggas be different than New York niggas. And I gotta say this. It be certain niggas in the West Coast that be talking about, don't talk about the West Coast. Don't you say nothing about the West Coast. Real prideful. I get it. You understand? But at the same time, y'all niggas don't even help your own people there. Altadena and Pasadena right now got homes burnt down. And niggas was out there stealing. Yes, you were, nigga. I saw y'all on the news. Shut the fuck up. Y'all niggas was out there stealing when people's homes were burning down. Wasn't you? Huh? You and Mexicans out there stealing as houses were burning down. You heard me right? I clipped the whole pic and I put it up. And it was like 19 motherfucking criminals. And they were all from the LA area. And every last one of them, the majority of them were Mexican. And as you see by the picture, I can't make that up. And then 4 of them were black. And I said, these niggas is out here stealing from people. This house is burned down and shit. Like, there's shit left over. There's shit that didn't get scorched. So they take your TV, shit like that, or partially the house might have burned down. And just to give you a gist of what's going on. And you can look this up in the LA Times. It's right down there. You know what I'm saying? That's why I grabbed the clip. You know, yeah? And niggas was out there stealing from people's houses burning down. Nigga, don't stand on that. Coming here with that West Coast shit. Like, I hold it down with the West. I fuck with the West. But don't come in here with all that West Coast shit right there. You got a whole bunch of problems to fix out there. God knows we do here on the East Coast too. But don't sit up here and act like Skid Row don't exist, nigga. Don't sit there and act like y'all ain't got tent cities going up and down. And I don't see nothing there. Not a bitch out there except for Tokyo Tony handing out cash and handing out food. You see what I'm saying? See, Cardi B, she run all around Bronx, Brooklyn, everywhere else, giving out coats and shit. Fat Joe used to do that shit. I can name numerous rappers in New York City. Mims, he do his own thing. A lot of people, they give out shit in New York City. Y'all got all them gangbangers and all them niggas out there, respectfully, and ain't none of y'all niggas put together and say, yo, we need to go over here and make sure the Pasadena and Altadena stay locked because of the history with it. Y'all were one of the most historic black towns in the United States for fucking home ownership. And shortly after that, with the migration of Mexicans, it's their home staple too, because the first Mexican homeowners out in California heavy were right there in that area. So don't come to me talking about some West Coast shit or whatever, nigga. You ain't putting it down for the streets in the West Coast. That's some different shit. And that's why I be trying to tell niggas the difference between me and these other vloggers. These vloggers sit in their room and talk shit about what's going on or whatever. I be firsthand, just like little brother then here said, Javon, on location. I be on location at the trial. I be on location at Trump Tower. I be on location at these record labels. I be there. So don't tell me I don't earn my dollar. So when a nigga come in here talking about some panhandling, I'm like, oh, that's a nigga trying to make sure you don't get no money. You see what I'm saying? Like, what kind of fuck nigga does shit like that? Like, that's a fuck nigga. So I don't have no respect for people like that. I don't have no respect for the people that listen to him. I don't have no respect for the people that listen to a motherfucker like that. And you can slowly walk away. You understand what I'm saying? I removed, I think it was today, 40 more plus people. So that makes 100. From yesterday, I did 61. I don't give a fuck about losing subscribers. You, especially a subscriber that don't help out at all and is just a spectator for free. We make money off this motherfucker. That's what it's built for. So if you can't come in and don't, I had a lady donate $100 to me. That was the biggest motherfucking donation I'd had in probably 4 weeks. You understand what I'm saying? And what I also notice is too, this is not a T channel, because them T channels, this is one thing I notice about them T channels. If you're doing one of those T channels, and this is why I consistently say, and I'm gonna put it in my description too, this is not a T channel. Them T channels, on the economic sense, they only like basically embrace or bring about a crowd that's poor. These motherfuckers ain't got no motherfucking money. That's why they always talking that shit. Like, I can't tell you how many times I had motherfuckers, I can't donate because, you know, everybody having a rough time. You know, they start that slave speech. Everybody ain't got it like they got it no more. You know, everybody ain't got it. Then the next 5 minutes, you'll see these motherfuckers over at the same goddamn somebody else's motherfucking podcast donate $50, $100 to their favorite bitch. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to tell you. Like, it'd be amazing to me. So don't come to me talking about that shit or whatever. When I work for my dime, bro, I put in work for mine. You know what I'm saying? These other niggas like Pork Chop, how dare you sit around and tell somebody don't donate to somebody when you take your donations from your fucking donors and don't go better it up and go get equipment and shit like that. That's a new pieces of equipment I need to get. I got my ring light broke. Look, see my ring light? It broke. I need a new ring light. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody donating to me for that, but y'all donate to a motherfucking nigga because he's a crybaby and he sits over and starts shit with people and then comes back crying. Y'all donate. Oh, he's crying again. This big motherfucker's 37 years old, living in his uncle's basement, and these group of pathetic bitches will sit over there and empathize with this grown-ass motherfucking man that never asked this nigga in the 5 years, going on 6 years, you been in your uncle's house. How come you ain't take none of the donations of the thousands of dollars when he gave you, and instead of going to the casino, going and put a down payment on a house? In 5 years, you could have put a down payment on a house as much as you do your excursions. One time I gave you an example. He said he spent $2,000 at the casino. I said, nigga, that's a down payment on a house. You might as well go get a down payment on a house for $3,000, $4,000 a month. Pay $200, $300. No, he's scared. You know why he's scared? Because the California rent market vastly changed. You understand what I'm saying? That's what forced him to move back in with his uncle. Now, I don't knock that. Just don't be up there bragging and talking shit while you sitting up in your uncle office, nigga. That's some pussy shit. And this is what majority of black women will accept as a vlogger if you, and I'm not taking no shots at that LGBTQ community, but if you're one of those guys and you in that community, for some reason or another, the women, they gravitize more towards them men, black women do, and Latin women too. They gravitize more to those men than they do to heterosexual men. I've noticed that more or less Latin women than black women do. Black women fear masculinity unless it's them invoking it, it seems nowadays. Not at a bulk, but at a good 70% margin. That's why you hear some of these manly bitches walking around on the internet talking about, yo, I'm gonna do this. Yo, you know what I'm saying? They gotta knock your motherfucking ass out, bitch. You still a chick. You understand what I'm saying? Here's another one. Here. Anybody think that Zurog is funny? Zug said, would you rather watch a tree grow or a Negro? I'd rather watch a motherfucker come in with a more original joke than you did. Because I done had about 7 motherfuckers come in here and say that same joke, and we do the same thing to them that we gonna do to your bitch ass, all right? Since you want to be a hoodie racist. This motherfucker been here for 8 months and got 1 subscriber. Bitch, you don't even get a reply. Fuck your mother. All right, next. You know what I'm saying? We don't have discussions with whole niggas. We don't have discussions with whole niggas no more. We don't have discussions with whole niggas no more. Would you really watch a tree grow or Negro? This is white humor. 9 times out of 10, that was little bubblegum. You know, little bubblegum is a COVID racist. He tries to play like he's not a racist. Oh, you're a racist, buddy. I saw something you're connected to. Yeah, you thought I forgot, huh? Or you forgot, rather. Excuse me. You forgot. But I know something you're connected to, huh, buddy? Huh? Unless you show your orders. White, like Oreo cream. Seagull. Yeah, that's you, ain't it? Bubblegum. That's you, ain't it? I'm giving all to Scott captains. You can't take any more. From the Scottish right. The right. You understand? The right. The right is white. I'm giving all to Scott captains. You can't take any more. Boy, don't fuck with me. I don't care how many guns you got in the house or how much you think you Rambo. You won't make it to them. Be easy. Because I feel like you're threatening me. Anyway, long story short here. Dude looks like a boxer trap. Man, I don't look like no boxer trap. I ain't into boxing, niggas. I'm into totally different shit than that, but I definitely ain't into boxing. That's what I'm saying. I ain't into that boxing shit. All that fighting and shit, you do that shit if it's necessary. You know what I'm saying? And please don't think that you got me on that either, because if I told you a story, some shit that happened to me not too long ago, that's documented, you know what I'm saying? Not by me, but by those that be, you would understand quite what, oh, okay, I see why they say he crazy as fuck. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You think you crazy, motherfucker? I'll show you fucking crazy. I'll show you crazy, motherfucker. I'll show you crazy. Are you fat? Are you strong? Nigga wrote, are you fat? Are you strong? Then he followed it up by, how much do you bench? This is niggas that believe that being in the gym is going to save them from being robbed, make them live longer. Or what's the other one they believe? Give them the perfect stance for defense. Let me tell you this, homie. If a nigga ride past you and he got a high caliber, anything over, I say 30 or whatever, it don't matter how many motherfucking bench presses you do, it don't matter how many motherfucking jumping jacks you do, any of that shit. All that shit go out the window at that point. You understand what I'm saying? If I got at least 3 niggas with me and 2 of them niggas got, never mind. You know what I'm saying? They got vegetables on them. All that working out shit don't mean shit. You understand what I'm saying? So niggas be telling me, shut the fuck up, homie. You talking too much. Niggas be talking all that bench press and shit. That's some shit from the 90s. Like nobody give a fuck about that shit. How much you bench press? All that shit, nigga. Hold this, nigga. That's how much I bench press. This is the weight in that lead, nigga. So much I bench press, nigga. You know what I'm saying? And take that shit together and build you a weight, nigga. Remember me. You understand what I'm saying? For real. Be tired of niggas from Ohio and shit tapping in talking shit. Nigga, I don't give a fuck where you live at. I don't plan on visiting there and I don't want to live there. Fuck you and where you live at. How about that? I don't want to visit there and I don't plan on living there. I don't want to visit there and I don't plan on living there. So any fucking way, I mean, it's a fuck. Yo, you come on down here to Pocahontas, Nebraska. Man, fuck you in Pocahontas, Nebraska. How about that shit? Nobody give a fuck. It's always some black nigga online or some loudmouth black chick online trying to find, I'm the hoodist. You could be the hoodist. I don't want to be the hoodist. I know already been the hoodist. I know what I do. No, well, not even the hoodist. I wasn't in that elk. Let me take that back. I was never the hoodist. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit y'all do is trashy shit. Y'all talking about, like, niggas be 40-some years old still talking about standing on the block. Motherfuckers be 45 talking about, I'm going back to re-up. Again? I mean, it's one thing if you making it, you making some money, but most of these niggas, they spending the re-up and they only got enough money to re-up. That's why they always going to re-up. About to re-up, so I'm about to re-up, about to re-up. Or they waste their money, they get the money, they get a big batch, and they say they made, I don't know, say that nigga made 15, 25 grand, right? Nigga take that 15, 25 grand, splash 7 of it on trips and shit, splash another 3 on the club, splash another 2 or 3 on clothes with him and his bitch. You know you gotta get the bitch. Or you got a plastic chick now, so now you gotta spend some money on it. That's what niggas do. They customarily go get a plastic chick. Never mind the chick that held them down when it was rainy outside and you had to slide up in her project apartment because it was cold outside. Never mind Keisha. You know what I'm saying? That you done known for 10 or 15 years and know all Keisha's kids. Fuck all that. Now we got to go get the bitch down there at the strip club. We're going to go down there and get the bitch that everybody that ran through in the hood. That's going to be my main bitch because she the bad bitch with the weed. You understand what I'm saying? Fuck Keisha and all them bitches is real bitches. See, y'all niggas don't know how deep it go, man. Let me tell y'all something, right? It's going to astonish a lot of y'all. To the young men and older men, y'all know this as well as I know this. If we're gonna talk about some hood shit, I know bitches in Taft, I know bitches in Sumner, I know bitches in Marcy, I know chicks all throughout the city. I know chicks out in motherfucking Baisley. Shout out to Dion on them. You know what I'm saying? I done put up pictures of me in Baisley and all that. That's 50 Cent home ground and all that shit, and a whole bunch of other shit. You know what I'm saying? That y'all talking about right now. You know what I'm saying? Concerning Irv Gotti and all that. You know what I mean? Let me tell y'all something. A lot of y'all niggas, and I ain't capping either. A lot of y'all niggas be ready to hold down these extravagant BBL purchasing ass bitches. You understand what I'm saying? They could give 0 fucks about you, my nigga. It gives 0 fucks about you. I was with a woman. I'm gonna tell you for real. This is for young men and old men. I was with a woman and mistakes were made. You know what I'm saying? She was a few years younger than me, not too much younger than me. So mistakes were made, and some of the places I could have been in a better place as a leader at the time. You understand what I'm saying? Because I didn't quite evaluate that she comprehended as much as I was telling her. She was just taking my direction the wrong way. A lot of that could have been possible. And regardless, you can't do that, and go back in time in a time machine. But I was with a very beautiful woman for like 7 years, right? 7 years. Beautiful woman. Beautiful soul, more importantly than anything. This little motherfucker could smile in a type of way that you would just, like, your whole mood would change. I'm dead serious. This woman would smile at me and my whole fucking mood would change. Can't nobody do that with me. You understand what I'm saying? She wasn't rich, but she would give me her last if she needed to. She wasn't overly needy, but she would still show love, and even if you showed her the smallest things. You understand what I'm saying? So let me tell you something, man. The way we ended off or whatever, the one thing I should have said, and I'll never forget this to the day I die. I should have said one or two things. Get your ass back here. Or I should have said to her, you know what? I love you. And grabbed her and stopped her. I didn't. You know what I'm saying? And I told her, even though that's not what I meant, that I ain't care nothing about her. You understand what I'm saying? No, no, let me tell you where I get to at this point. When I met her, I moved her down there by the beach. She wasn't living in the same type of neighborhood I was living in. And we probably would have got bigger than that, but my aspirations would have moved somewhere else, right? With all that being said, with my ex, her and two other women I can remember exactly in my head, but probably the only three women in my life that actually ever truly, wholeheartedly, without any attachments, loved the nigga. All right, I can admit that. Since that relationship happened, I ain't found nothing but maybe two chicks that could fit the fold of that chick. This is what I say to you younger guys and older guys and the ones in the middle that are out here looking for chicks and shit like that. Listen to me very carefully. Them chicks that y'all be dissing up in the projects just because they got one or two kids or whatever. I know I get on here sometimes and I say, yo, you better off than I must. But chick got one kid or something like that and the situation's all right, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's all right, but go at your own risk because it's still financially going to drain you. All right, I tell you that. But you could make it with one. You understand what I'm saying? And then she got room to have more for you, and whatever. But some of them chicks, y'all gotta remember these broads. And I see so many times niggas do that shit. You know, Keisha, y'all used to slide up in the apartment when the motherfucking fuzz was coming. You know, the boyos, they be coming. Yo, slide up in the Keisha's crib. We used to have a homegirl like that named Jahida. You know what I'm saying? Everybody slide up at Jahida crib. You understand what I'm saying? Boom. And Jahida will hold everybody down. 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, didn't fucking matter. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to that. Real bitch. Salud a la mujer de Puerto Ricaña. You know, we had different people like that or whatever. And what I found so many times, niggas will forget these broads and prioritize hoe bitches. You understand what I'm saying? Even with this internet shit, they same thing. They prioritize hoe bitches that talk loud, bitches that's always screaming and bragging about somebody other than themselves. What's going on, Damien? And niggas, they'll embrace bitches like that because bitches like that is the bitches of yesterday that was sitting in the projects. A lot of these hoes y'all got with these free accounts is bitches. Normally, if they was in the projects doing the same shit, somebody mollywop one of these hoes. On my mom's, I'm trying to tell you, dead ass. Niggas will mollywop these bitches. These bitches wouldn't even be able to come outside. They was doing the same type of terminology. They was doing the same type of talking in their real life, in those environments. And they were talking about people in the hood the same type of way that they talking about these stars. They wouldn't be able to come out the house. And they know that. They wouldn't be able to come. Every time you come out the house, yo, they go so-and-so. You understand what I'm saying? Yo, they go so-and-so. You understand what I'm saying? Every time. Do you ever try to get back with the one you went out with for 7 years? I never try to get back with her. Unfortunately, some weird shit happened that never happened to me ever. When I'm breaking up with women, I've never had bad breakups except for maybe like one or two. When I've broken up with women in the past, I would usually see them somewhere, something like that, or I would hear from them or something like that. We totally lost touch with each other. And do it burn me to this day? Fuck yeah. I think that girl was probably the most perfect thing that God probably could have carved out for me. And even though our shit ended the way it did, I can be as a man and say, yeah, I still love that girl. I'll always love that girl. Like I could be 95 years old and I'll still remember her face as how I met her because it was how we met and anything like that, whatever. Shit kind of, I'm a real nigga, so shit kind of choked me up sometimes, you know what I'm saying? But like talking about her is like, a nigga talking about their mom or something like that, and you know what I mean? Niggas feel away sometimes too, you know what I'm saying? This is one of them I feel that way about. So, take it how you want to. But she was beautiful. When I say beautiful, I mean like, and I know this sounds corny, but we used to have white folks stop us. You know how people be talking about. We used to have white people stop us, and they would always compliment, "Where are you from? You're so beautiful." That because she was pure. She was a Muslim woman. She ain't really, you know what I'm saying, do nothing. So, you know what I'm saying? It was what it was, or whatever. But yeah, man, that's one of the hiccups of my life I'll probably have to live with for the rest of my life, and it is what it is. But if you ask me if I still cared about it, I still loved her. Absolutely. Yeah, our birthdays were even the same. She was a Taurus like me. That's how I know so much about Tauruses. We were both Tauruses. Her birthday May 3rd, mine shortly after, about 2 weeks after. So yeah, even when her birthday goes by, I think about it, like, what's she doing for her birthday? What's the nigga doing all right for her birthday, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure she had people she'd have dealt with. I'd had people I'd have dealt with since then or whatever. But sometimes the situations even like that, you have to think about it like, all right, when you met the chick, she had probably fucked around with 2 or 3 fucking guys. So what's the difference now, So I don't even try to entertain that no more. I probably will never see her again. You get to the reality of that. But I wish her the best. If anything, hey, I did it. Only she'll get that one. Yeah, I'm down here. I moved down here, So that was one thing she told me to do. She said, I want you to go and I want you to move where you want to move to. And I want you to do it and don't think about me when you do it. And I didn't understand what she meant by it because I thought that was so fucking selfish for me to do some shit like that. And nah, she meant me good intent. And I'm glad you did that, Hottie. Glad you did that. All right, so enough about that shit because I don't like talking about shit like that. If you live long enough, you have heartbreaks. Hey, man, mine was with both Aries, hard-headed. Yeah, my mom's an Aries. Hey, you fucking right. Those are the guys that got us as a war, Cricket Man. You know that, right? Those are the guys that got us as wars. Cricket Man said, "You good, man? You're a real man, dude. You know what it is, man. Every now and then, man. So certain men, you fall in love with a bitch. It ain't got nothing to do with sex. It ain't got nothing to do with, like, our whole thing wasn't even sex. We met at an art gallery. My friend's art gallery. Shout out to Frank Lowe. My friend, him and another friend of mine, Denny. He's an artist. He lives in Brooklyn now. And we met at an art gallery. And it was on Halloween night. I'd always been in my friend's art gallery all the time. And she was dressed up as Fiona from Shrek. So I couldn't even tell what she looked like, really. You know what I'm saying? I'm dead serious. She had the green make. I mean, she really looked like Fiona from fucking Shrek. So I couldn't tell what she looked like, really. And so I think she either asked me for a cigarette or a light. I think she asked me for a light for her cigarette. It was one of the two. And I smoke cigarettes. And so I started smoking a cigarette. We started talking. And I just liked who she was. You know what I'm saying? I ain't know nothing about her, no nothing. I took a chance. I said, yo, give me your phone number. And we spent a straight year. And this is a God honest truth. We spent a straight year talking on the phone. She's Muslim. She never came to my house. She never, nothing. And then finally, one time, I finally got her to come over to my house after like 9, 10 months. She wasn't an easy one. That's another thing that I liked about her. She wasn't easy. And she finally came over to my house. And then one day I don't know, we went at it. And I was like, yo, go get your shit, move. I swear to God, but just like that. I said, go get your shit, just come home back in the car. Don't worry about the car. I'm gonna pay for it. Don't worry about it. Matter of fact, you need a round trip. Sure. You know what I'm saying? I said, you need a round trip. You need me to do a time shuttle. How about an Uber? Extra large. What you need? And yeah, I mean, from there, it just the next 7 years or whatever, a lot of it had to do with the place we went into. It had a lot to do with that or whatever. But you can go back and do the time machine road and all that. It is what it is. But yeah, I never talked to her again. I don't even know what she thinks about me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't even tell you, you know what I mean? Or what she's thinking now. Maybe her thoughts have changed or whatever. Or maybe she's reflecting like I reflected back. I know with me as a man, I reflected back. I said, well, I could have done this. I could have done that. But at a 90-something% rate, I was a good nigga. You know what I'm saying? I was a real good man. Like, I was going out in the wintertime to the grocery store. Bills was always paid. Like, I think I didn't she was always tired sometimes, and I was tired too. A lot of times I was going out of state because I was still working with Bad Boy when I was with her. So I was going out of state 3, 4, 5 days. I come back, I'm tired as fuck. Only thing we did is partying and went to clubs and we didn't even slept. That was like most of us, you know. We couldn't wait to get back home to go to sleep. What you write up in here? Yeah, that's just part of being a man. So, you know, it was some mistakes I made too. You know what I'm saying? I will say this: if we hadn't have broken up, she doesn't realize, and that's why I think Allah, God, or whatever. Had we not broken up, I wouldn't have made a move that I made, and because of that move, even though there was some hardship in between it, is the reason I'm at where I'm at right now. You understand what I'm saying? In this area where I'm at right now. And the initial order of it was she was supposed to come with me. And as I'm down here now, that's still the missing element now. Does that make sense? And you find women in between. I'm gonna wrap this up in a second. I know y'all want to hear the sad shit. You find women in between. Like I done had chicks that I've been interested in. I had like 2 Honduran chicks I was interested in. There's a Dominican chick I was interested in. But what you'll find yourself doing when you get with somebody like that, what you'll find yourself doing is doing comparisons, and you're doing justifiably. You'll be like, well, my ex wasn't like this, and that necessarily don't mean in a bad place or a good place. But most of the time, you're gonna compare when you're comparing. It's like comparing the top end steak to motherfucking basic ribeyes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no comparison. Like in a lot of cases, and in a lot of cases, I don't know. Maybe God had just perfectly aligned it up. But I remember one of the last times we were together, somebody pulled up to us, and they were in a truck, and it was a black dude. He looked down at us in the truck. He said, "Look at that beautiful black couple." I said, "God damn, like," and I thought it would click in that head. I was like, "Yo, we're gonna be together forever," and it wasn't that. It turned into something else. I mean, there's other things I can't tell you. We both did some shit, you know what I'm saying? But I had to take and order a couple of things, you know what I mean? And it was some things I should have taken care of, and I didn't. I was still a younger man at the time, so I was still learning myself. I appreciate it, man. What you said? How long were you in the music industry? What did you do? I was around for about 17 years, man. I worked in promoting albums. Every album from Day 26, chopping on them. We promoted their projects. G Dep, Black Rob. Black Rob was actually my first project was Forever by Diddy. Um, who else? Carl Thomas, all of them. I've got pictures with them, all kinds of shit, man. Here, what's that with? Picture time with Davin. Y'all make sure it's been an hour and 30 minutes. Y'all make sure y'all hit the Cash App up though. We ain't gonna stop people from coming in here doing that. $ STRINGERBELL80. This is how we make our money. Yes, I am monetized, but these motherfuckers take a shitload out of your thing. They take like 35 to 40%. I don't do super chats because they take money out of that too. A lot of people don't understand how this thing works here on YouTube, but they take a lot of money out of our paycheck. So if you guys could be, just like the rest of the bloggers on here that have Cash App. Some niggas got Cash App, PayPal, Zelle, and the 3 or 4 other shits. Now this nigga with the crown on his head hit the support feature. Nigga, I still come check you out. I saw some shit you did last night. You see, I ain't never unfollow you, big head ass motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Still mad at you though, nephew. But you be all right. Anyway, nephew over there had a little show. And it was funny. He did his show right after I finished last night. And he was talking about some hoes lying online. Ain't that ironic? He went live 5 minutes after me. He's like, see, lives like that, I don't mind. He went live 5 minutes after me talking about some wayward hoe shit. You know what I'm saying? Bitches out here writing books now. I was like, now he see it. You know what I'm saying? Some of these bitches will do anything to reach a little bit of fame. And the niggas too. Would you say was Craig Matt Diddy's first artist on his record label? Some would say he was, some would say he wasn't. Let me tell you where I was when the albums dropped. I was in Mount Vernon hanging with my man Showboat. You understand what I'm saying? When both of them joints dropped. If anybody know Third Avenue Projects, we were standing right around the corner on the strip right there where it is. Peace, Cricket Man. We were sitting right there on the strip where before you turn in, you can make a left and turn into the buildings and shit like that. Right before the park where they have the Nothing But Love picnic where I went to the last one with my homie Showboat. Showboat, what's going on? It's me. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to LI, shout out to Panama. You know what I mean? But I had a bad little chick over there too. This bad Puerto Rican chick. Man, listen, I don't know what happened to her. She was bad. Like these niggas even tell you that. It was like, yo, who that? I used to be so proud because I would always come back with, and they would forget like I'm half Latino, so I would come back with a badass Latin women because I speak Spanish. So it used to fuck them up. Me and Panama, we used to both be the same. Shobo, he's half Panamanian too, but he ain't speak Spanish like he spoke Spanish, but he speaks Spanish like us. You know what I'm saying? He was his first. Yeah, see how you had to put it. I was reading. And see, that's the difference. I was around from 99 up until there. But let me finish telling you the story because it's an interesting story. So I remember at that moment, I'm sitting out there and I'm sitting with Showboat. I even remember what I had on. I had on a pair of like, we used to wear these, they used to have these sweatpants, but they were nylon. Who remember those in New York? The sweatpants, but they were not sweatpants, but they were those nylon pull-on pants. They were real thin. And niggas used to rock them with Timbs and shit like that. I had a pair of them on with my sneakers, a t-shirt, and something else or whatever. I was looking real hoodish. And I was looking real hoodish that day. And I remember the first one that played was Craig Mack. And I remember when I heard it on the radio, this was on Hot 97 or WBLS at the time they called it. This was playing, and I was remembered my reaction to it. I was like, yo, I liked it, but it took a minute to grow on me. And I'm going to tell you why. It was a unique sound with the beat. What Juicy by Big had an advantage was that beat had already been cycled out to the masses. This is why Puff was very stemward, and he kept on following that pattern of sampling shit from the 80s and make the people go crazy. Hey, hey, you know what I mean? And so it was because it was a flow to it. People were already familiar with the sound. So if you're talking about Mtume, you understand what I'm saying? Which is weird because that was like my ex's brother's name. But Mtume, right? The group that made Juicy, they like how can I say it? They already had a momentum for that song. That song was already a hit. So when you hear Big rapping over it, they hear Big rapping over it, but they also hear memory of that song already. So it's already pre-registered in their head. So that like everybody never has that discussion, but that was one of the leading factors that led to Big single being bigger than what's the name single. Some people always say Craig Mack rap better than this nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's a hard argument. I don't go back and listen to some of Craig Mack's albums. You know what I'm saying? I'll say the first two really. The one he did with Pup, and then there was a second one he did independently. You'll see what I'm talking about. Craig has some crazy ass fucking lyrics. Like you really have to like surface in and listen to it. The second effort he put out, a lot of people didn't like it because it was independent. It didn't sound like that bad boy sound. And that's a problem a lot of people had. It's very hard to duplicate what the Hitman was doing. Shout out to Doe Fest, shout out to Comrade, and everybody else that know me. I ain't gotta say everybody else's name, but them niggas, they had a unique sound, especially collectively, that was hard to duplicate. I saw this when Loon tried to go separate. He tried to throw out something, you know what I'm saying? It didn't really work. It didn't resonate with people visually or the sound. I saw Chopper, he threw out his efforts after that. It didn't resonate with people. Freddie tried it too. It was very few people that could resonate outside that scope of Bad Boy because the hype was set so high. You understand what I'm saying? And with the accolades added, the Grammys, the IRA, and you know what I'm saying, all that shit, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It was what it was. What you talking about? I'm back, you live. What you talking about? I lied. I lied about what, man? What I lie about? What I lie about? Tell me what I lied about. Make that shit quick. What I lie about? Come on, hurry up. What I lied about? I lied about something? What I lied about? I did come back. I'm here right now. What the fuck is you talking about? You watching me now? Nigga. 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 You know what I'm saying? Hit that. Well, I'm back now, goddamn it. We're gonna be back one more time too. I gotta do some uploads real quick. I got some shit I don't want to get stale and don't get a chance to upload and shit. Sometimes some things are time conscientious when you upload. Appreciate that. You're not lying. That's what's up. So, you know, I like I like to say I like both of them singles equally, Craig and Big. I just think people resonated more with Big single because there was already a template for it to be out there, which was Mtume, who were the people that originally had the song that you hear Big rapping on. So that song was not actually Big's beat. That's from a group from I think it was from the 70s or something like that called Mtume. You know what I'm saying? So that album is sampled, but the sound It was out and it was known at cookouts. It was known at the weddings. It was known at being the Fleet Macwood. You understand what I'm saying? Like it was a song that was already widespread. And so if you hadn't heard that beat before, your parents had heard it, and you had probably heard it, your parents playing it. So they were used to it. So that's why he used so many records to sample. Like Diana Ross, he grew up listening to that. Mtume, he grew up listening. All of us grew up listening to it. Who else can I say that he sampled? So many. The Sting album, we grew up listening to that. Like all these different albums, if you pay attention to them, all these albums were hits in their own rights. You understand what I'm saying? So when Puff was sample off of them, you know what I'm saying? He had to know, in my opinion, he had to know that they already had a momentum based on the fact they were already previously hits. So to answer your question, with what I think about Craig and Big, I like both of the songs eventually. I think I'll say to this day, if you really want to add them up, the Flavor in Your Ear remix with Keith Murray and all them. Who else was on it? LL. I forgot who else was on. There was somebody else on it too. Ghostface was on the Special Delivery remix. He killed that too. A lot of people don't talk about that. G Dep's Special Delivery remix is better than the original. I don't care what nobody say. Him with him, Black Rob, all that. Oh my God, this is crazy. Black Rob killed it. You know what I'm saying? And so did Ghostface. Ghostface was killing it. You know what I'm saying? To bring Keith Murray, he did some shit too, but Ghost is the standout on that track. I don't care what nobody say. So make sure you go check out G Dep Special Delivery. Like even Wayne grabbed something off of that. You know what I'm saying? Wayne had the remix because that song is so hot. But the Special Delivery remix is definitely my favorite. And this like Flavor in Your Ear, the remix is better than me than the original. I think all them people would not necessarily need it to make the album pop. I just think all them people made the album work. And I'd like to see some of them those albums like that. You don't really see albums like that too much no more, unless it's New York artists. Like you'll see a few people here and there in the South do it, like, but they ain't doing it the way like they do it up here in the New York City tri-state. That's why I was talking a little bit, whatever. You heard, I hear Puff pays you $2,000 a day in royalties for staying for you heard I hear Puff pays $2,000 a day in royalties for every breath. Yeah, that's very true. He even admitted that on Power 105, Gee. Yeah, he even admitted that on Power 105. He paid $2,000 for that a day. I don't know what the setup is right now as far as who's taking care. I mean, most of the stuff is put in order already. You know what I mean? I can't talk too much about Puff finances, but most of that shit taken care of. You know what I'm saying? Except for a couple of yeah. Anybody, what else y'all got me here? Guys, make sure y'all hit that like button. Double tap the screen for me if you would. I appreciate it. And guys, also make sure you hit up the Cash App, $ STRINGERBELL80. Somebody came over here just a little while ago talking about some panhandling. Nigga, we go places over here. And I plan on going somewhere tomorrow for y'all. So I would appreciate the financial help, you know what I'm saying? Donating or whatever, so we don't have to do boring shows like this behind a white wall. I do not like doing shows like this. I come in, like I'm not used to, this is not how I started my page, you feel me? So we like to be on the move, shaking and grinding or whatever. So make sure y'all, you know what I mean, donate, do that. I'm going to share this real quick. Give me a second, guys. Now, somebody asked me what I think about Kanye West's tweets. I can't talk too much about that. I can't talk too much about that, but I will tell you what I will say about that. There's it worked, didn't it? Thank you, Dwight. I appreciate it. It's right down below under Javon's name, $STRINGERBELL80. Thank you very much. Yeah, we're gonna be moving and shaking them on. There's also two pieces of camera equipment I want to get so I can make shit a little bit better for y'all because there's some things coming up that y'all gonna want me to cover, and I'm already taking care of it as far as having me a place set up and everything like that, just in case y'all do donate a little bit heavier. You understand what I'm saying? But I had a woman last week, she donated $100. Somebody else donated 50. So make sure y'all throw in, some significant money. It costs a lot of money to move around New York City, baby. You understand what I'm saying? And $5, $10 ain't gonna do it. Shit, it costs $3 to get on the subway, and that's just going one way. It costs another $3 coming back, so that's $6. So you need to start at 10 with me. You know what I'm saying? I'll give you a show. I'll give you multiple shows. That's what I'd rather do. And I try to explain to people just so you can get the setup here. And shout out to them 5 people that just jumped off here. That's fine. But for the people that have been here with me rocking out or whatever, um, if you donate, I'm gonna give you like 3 or 4 shows. I'm not just gonna give you one. But if you only donate one time and it's only $15, $20, I mean, you're not getting a whole bunch of shows out of me because I'm not gonna spend my own money traveling around to do vlogs just specifically for y'all. Y'all like I'll spend some of my money, but I'm not spending all my money. You know what I'm saying? Like trying to carry on a YouTube channel. Nah, I'd rather just be like, oh fuck it, I'll do some uploads at the crib. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can take this, but I'd rather give y'all better material like I've given y'all in the past. The reason that slowed down, whether it be the court cases in person, covering the Diddy trial, or everything else with the arraignments, I've covered all 4 of them. They're here on this page. Just put in Davin, put in my name, and then put in live on location Diddy arraignment. It's going to be several of them that come up. It's going to be shorts that come up, all that come up. You know what I mean? You can also do that with the Jonathan Majors trial. You can also do that with the Trump trial. I've covered all these, but I can't be spending my own money just doing it and nobody's participating. I got another half a crack of people that are just literally jealous of me. Some of them jealous of where I look. I'm a good looking nigga. I know it. Some of them are jealous because of where I live. Some of them are jealous because I'm always on top of things. Some of them are jealous for other reasons. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? But just stay in your lane when it's come financially, because I'm not gonna tell nobody to hate on you financially. There's a whole bunch of you bloggers I can't stand. But I ain't gonna tell nobody don't donate to you or come over to your page, and we should just have that rhetoric amongst each other. You understand what I'm saying? And then offline, I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? We can bang it out, shoot it out, whatever, nigga. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Be honest with you. Claro que sí, tú sabes, para la gente. Es salud, pero la griga yo tiene ahí, tú sabes. Pero que sí. Este cabrón ahí, tú sabes, siempre buen chanchero, pero en la boca. I mean, puñeta, man. Listen, I'm not trying to play tough guy, nothing like that. I'd rather just film for y'all. So let's do some things tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all hit the Cash App, support that, whatever, whatever. This is my second time because the Black Behavior Society, they're gonna come through here in a minute and drop something in your motherfucking things. Don't donate to him. And you know, I heard that some motherfucker came over here early. He said, I heard the begging over here is serious. And blah blah. I'm like, yo, really? That's what y'all do? It's crazy. Hold on 1 second. I just want to see something. And one other thing, don't lie about donating. You ain't gotta lie about donating. Like homeboy, what's his name? Dwight On. Dwight On said he was gonna donate. Dwight On ain't donating nothing. Damn, Dwight. Thought you was a real one. Yeah, don't be the black dude. Like that's the worst position to be. Don't be the black dude. That's like the black dude that don't tip. That's how I look. Is that fucked up or what? That's like the black dude that don't tip. Don't say you go tip and you did. Okay, all right. Now, because I listen, you gotta realize the what I got 24K people. I get people that come in here all the time and they say so much shit and then just dip out and then like they'll sit in my chat after that and I won't even know they're here. And it's just like it's very, very frustrating. I don't know how to explain it to you. It's like, okay, I'd rather you not said that at all. You understand what I'm saying? Because the only thing I'm trying to do is provide a show for you. Like, for example, last week, one of my subscribers, Ahmad, I think it was Ahmad, no, it was an old gal. She donated. I said, all right, let me go hop on a steel horse. Boom. I went down and I filmed and had a tour guide. I had a tour guide. All right. I had a tour guide for where Malcolm X was killed in New York City. And I thought that a lot of people would embrace that. And I gotta mention this. This is my second time doing that. You understand what I'm saying? The first time I did it, the video got 80 views, dog. 80 views. I went down there this time, and I think it's somewhere sitting at like 4,000. So it did significantly better. But I had a tour guide. I got to sit in the room where Malcolm X was sitting at before he walked onto the stage and was assassinated. I got to stand right in the exact location where Malcolm X was shot and killed. And it was just like, it was so fucking eerie because I was standing it. That like, I didn't seen a whole bunch of things before, but that right there, that was one of the things that, and I was wrong at the beginning of the video and say, I can admit that. At first, I thought the reenactment of what they had downstairs was actually the what's the name where Malcolm was shot. No, it was actually on the second floor. So they actually had to go up the stairs. The killers, they had to go up some stairs And I'm actually walking up the stairs that the killers walked up. Y'all don't know how deep it was. And I wanted to say all this, and I think I'll fix up the what's the name? I know a way to do it. You know what I'm saying? I went to school for digital media. I know how to do a lot of things I don't do with this film stuff. But I just can't express how what's the name that was. And during that stream, not one person donated. I said, this is your history. These quote unquote poor, proud black people. Now, one of them donated and said, yo, thank you, man. And this was like, what was this, 2 weeks ago? Maybe not even 2 weeks ago, maybe a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, something like that. This was very recent. And I did that for the beginning of Black History Month. I did it on like what was it, 29th or something like that. I did it for Black History Month, like I did it before. And it was crazy because, homie, don't ask me if I'm live. If you sitting right here in the joint talking to me, why would you ask me if I'm live? Okay, if you watch from Paris, Muhammad, that's what's up. Anyway, it was surreal sitting in there and watching dislocation and seeing all these things when Malcolm X was shot and killed. I don't know how to explain it to y'all. That might not mean nothing to y'all because most of y'all don't even care about your black heritage. Most of y'all are too busy trying to become European nowadays, which is hilarious to me. It is fucking hilarious. You try to act like Europeans in your dress. You ain't Europeans in your speech and your mannerisms. I could put a dress on a monkey and call it Coco too. You know what I mean? Anyway, long story short, I just I see I see a problem here with this Kanye West situation or whatever. Shout out to Ye. Keep doing your motherfucking thing. Yeah, you see my cash app. Send me some money, man. I'm out here battling by myself. I'm taking up for you. I'm trying to take up for Puff. I'm trying to take up for this person, Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? Niggas is out here talking about, yo, they paying that nigga. Ain't nobody giving me no bread, bro. I do it off the cuff because these are niggas I represent. You know what I'm saying? And when it comes to Puff, this is a nigga I used to roll with. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to Jay, we had interaction with Jay and their team for years. So of course, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Go down. Sometimes you got to put the captain's hat, co-captain's hat on. You know what I'm saying? All right, sailor. We on the ship now. What's going on? You know what I'm saying? And I'm surprised about, I just got to say this while I say this Kanye shit. I'm going to make this Kanye shit quick because it ain't no real expression. I'm not going to get in. What did Kanye really mean? What did he mean by Kanye did this? And is Kanye sending a cryptic message? I ain't doing. I'm going to tell you why I'm not doing all that shit. The reason I'm not doing all that shit is because the pure simple fact, this is what these motherfuckers want you to believe. And that's what's going to be my next podcast. The perfect, imperfect world of fake morality among perfect people and conspiracy theorists. Long ass title, I know, but it's all my creation. The perfect world of perfect people in the conspiracy theory circles. Oh, these motherfuckers are perfect. You ever notice that everybody's in these conspiracy theory circles? They're all perfect, and everybody else is fucked up. Isn't that ironic? You know what I mean? So when it comes to Ye, I know what he was doing. Y'all ain't gonna never pick up on it because of the way you think. I'm not gonna help you, so you start thinking another different way. Because when I do stuff like that in the past or whatever, if you watch some of my older videos, you figure out what I'm talking about. And what mill people are surprised in, they're like, that nigga really, when they go watch because somebody wrote this to me this 2 days ago. They said, you really are the same motherfucker year after year. I said, yeah, I'm still the same motherfucker. One time Jaguar came over here. She said, I said, you still? I said, yeah, bitch. Yeah. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Huggy. Yeah, I'm still the same motherfucker. I'm always the same motherfucker. Who you expected? You know what I'm saying? In, online, or offline. I'm always the same person. So, and I do that because, it shows character. You got to be yourself. What do I think of Jaguar? I'm not going to answer that because I don't know who you with. You understand what I'm saying? And if you with the wrong person, it can make it look like I said something about her, be clipped up or something like that, and it makes it look funny. You understand what I'm saying? I'll give you an open answer though, but I will not get specific. Um, I got a little dense history to go back with Huggy. You know what I'm saying? So things were said at one time between us and facilitated by somebody else. So that's why I gave it a, you understand what I'm saying? But at the same time, I told the bitch, I said, hold now, look here. I was sitting here to warn you. And I'm telling you, bitch, you might want to step back a little bit. You understand what I'm saying? Just a little tick, let some air clear. You understand what I'm saying? You got a whole another 3 months. Don't get it cut off before the 3 months come, bitch. You're going to be like that nigga that, listen, when I was down at the Trump trial, right? Y'all don't have to believe this. Y'all can look this up if you want to. When I was down at the Trump trial, the second one, I mean, excuse me, the first one, the one with, what's this chick's name? Stormy Daniels. That one, I was covering that one. When I was down there the first time, a motherfucker on the third day of me filming set himself on fire down there and was in the hospital from Wednesday and he died on the following Sunday. You can go right now and look this up. Man sets himself on fire, Trump trial. Put it in the Googles, you'll see it come up. And so he set himself on fire. I said, oh shit, this is enough for me. That's kind of like what this bitch is doing. Like you set yourself on fire before the trial even get here. And so I called the nigga a dummy because I said, well, you killed yourself before the trial even started. It was just a jury selection at the time. So he killed himself before he even found out if Trump was guilty or not guilty. And imagine it'd be so surprised if he would have survived and found out Trump won. Not only Trump won, he got elected president again. I'm like, God damn, it's about a waste of a life, you know. So, you know, I think in those parameters as far as when it comes with things like that or whatever. But at the same time, you know, Huggy, she gonna do what she do. She's like me. She's a Taurus. We both Tauruses. Some of us are a little bit hard headed than others, like her motherfucking peanut head ass. But at the same time, I've been on this ride with Huggy Pampers, and I gave her that motherfucking nickname for like about 5 years. We some of the longest survivors on this motherfucker, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? When you really look, a lot of these people that came at me and her, they gone. You understand what I'm saying? And nobody pay attention to them no more. Or nobody really care about what they talking about no more. And so, you know, Huggy has been able to reinvent herself. I think her having a vajay got a lot to do with it. Am I a supporter of the shit she say? Not really. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm pretty sure you do your research, you'll find that documented. But as a person and as her being one of our music accolade sisters, yeah, because I see a lot of people they'll try to use her. You know what I'm saying? I see a lot of people they'll try to, you know, do sucker shit with Huggy. And I'd be like, yo, you know, why she said like I asked her this question right now. I'm like, why you sitting over there with them cocksuckers? You can't tell who they are? You know? And from her being in the background, and maybe she can, but her being in the background screaming Black Panthers and shit, you gotta be able to recognize. This is why I tell a lot of people, stop acting like you know so much about white people when you growing up in a predominantly urban environment. It makes no sense. I grew up in a suburban environment and urban environment, both. So I'm able to distinguish the two a little bit better. Most Black Americans can't do that. They think the mechanic is a nice guy. They sit around and call the fucking cab driver boss man. You understand what I'm saying? So you gotta understand the symmetry with that. My point is, and I'm not trying to be rude, it's Huggy has put herself in a position where she always gonna be used. Niggas always gonna run to her because they want to get a scoop. Niggas always gonna run to her because they want the channel numbers to go up. Niggas always gonna run to her because they know it brings controversy and drama, or whatever. And once again, she don't realize it, or she do realize it. You've been used by people again. But as artists, as performers, we always been used. We always been used. Many of y'all don't know I'm a rapper and a singer. I've been used. We all been used. And the dynamic of the business is for you to be used. You know what I'm saying? So you know, you can't escape it. You're a product. She knows that. You know it'll never change, no matter what type of argument. Well, I'm independent. You're still a product, bitch. You know what I'm saying? You're a product. Wish Huggy no harm in her personal life. I'm glad that she happy again. I don't never take away from nobody happiness. I might be a motherfucker, but I ain't a motherfucker. You know, I'm glad that she happy. She seemed like she happy with old dude. You know what I'm saying? So let's see where it goes. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully, you know, they live their little life happily ever after ever they choose. You know what I'm saying? But as far as me sitting up here bashing Huggy and all that shit now, because a lot of these bloggers have did a lot of fuck shit to her and myself, and it's been similar. So I have to be a suck ass nigga if I sit up here and I say and I says is you know, nah, she was completely wrong, and I count out the suck ass niggas and did shit. There's one particular nigga right now, this sucker nigga did something to her and coming over my page harassing me and got a video about me up on his page that, you know, Huggy had something to do with it. I take the time period in consideration or whatever. But you know what I mean? That's between me and her. I don't never regurgitate none of this shit. I don't ever share none of this shit or nothing like that because I look at it as like, you know what? Sometimes a motherfucker blind, they can't see certain shit, right? So sometimes you got to take the advantage of being a man in a situation and being like this. You know what? I'm gonna take the high ground here because I see some bullshit happening in some bullshit. I watched how a group of motherfuckers attacked me exactly the way they attacked her. And they attacked me shortly after I denounced going after her big anymore. And I said it online. All of a sudden, boom, here come a bitch that's the setup piece. She up in here. And I said word for word. I still got the live up. I said, you know what that bitch gonna do? And I said it just like this. I said, that bitch gonna run over there, tell the homie I done did her wrong or whatever. And it was like 3 or 4 of these bitches that came prior to her from the same vlog. I'm not blaming the vlog. I'm saying from his camp. That's who it was. And so these bitches would come over, they would start shit, say shit. They was in a Discord talking shit about me. They don't like me, whatever. And they had no premise of why they didn't like me. They just didn't like me because they heard that Bad Boy Entertainment was attached to me. And this was before Puff got snatched up or whatever. And so I saw them priorly do the same thing to Jag. And when I was talking about Jag, the Kane should have been the Kane, Danity Kane. Yeah, they could have been. I mean, Danity Kane was generic. Danity Kane was generic. None of them bitches knew each other. They were slapped together like a pizza. You want the truth? Just like all the making the band motherfuckers, they was all slapped together like pizza ingredients. Like, for example, chopping all the motherfuckers, they ain't know each other. They were slapped together like a pizza. Dawn and Kalina and all them, they didn't know each other. They were slapped together like a pizza. You don't believe me? What's a bitch that be talking all the time? Aubrey or whatever her name is. Cute little bitch. You know what I'm saying? Ask her. She'll tell you they was all slapped together like a pizza. That's why she always the most vocal out of all of them. You don't understand what I mean, huh? See what Don Richard. What's up, Don? Long time no hear from. Last time I saw you was at when you were on stage at Good Morning America preparing to go on stage. And we had just came back from Miami, and it was a summer stage for who was it? CBS, I think it was, out in the park or Central Park. You remember that? That's the last time I saw Don Richard from Louisiana. Don Richard. It's not Richard, it's Richard. Don Richard. You ask that bitch, that's exactly how she gonna say it too. My name is Don Richard. You know, that's like a bitch saying, my name ain't Peaches no more, it's Keisha. Anyway, this shit gets deep. Anyway, long story short, Dawn Richard, she did put out a couple efforts or whatever. She's had some good singles on there, whatever. But they were slapped together. This was an MTV creation. A lot of people get it misconstrued and think that making the band was solely Puff. No, this was MTV. And Chop, the next time you do a fucking interview, would you please explain that to the people? Who was paying y'all contractually, who y'all with, you, Babs, whoever the fuck else is next. I'm gonna tell that Order Disaster nigga something. You need to go over there and interview Ness. Ness gonna give you the real. Ness, don't get on there acting like no motherfucking freak either, man. Do the same thing you did with motherfucking Heineken and all them. You heard? Them niggas, man. Them niggas on the West Coast sitting over there talking with them niggas, talking down about your own. Nah. What y'all gotta remember is, and I keep telling a lot of these artists here, if you choose to go on an Art of Disaster or any of these other podcasts and try to make a quick $1,000, $2,000, not only are you showing that yourself you'll do anything for a little bit of money. I ain't going to talk to no nigga for no $3,000 or $5,000. Nigga, I'll rob you first. You know what I'm saying? I know you got $5,000. Anyway, damn. Anyway, listen, right? Now money. Listen what I'm saying, right? You know what I mean? Jesus loved me, really? I hear you. Niggas like that's demons. Anytime you say something and some motherfucker come in and say Jesus love you, they think they think they more sanctified than you are. No, Jesus love niggas that curse and yell and scream and shit. That's who Jesus love. Jesus love niggas like me that don't pretend to be perfect. Jesus hates motherfuckers that pretend to be perfect. Let me run that by you one more time. The whole point of being a human being is you're important. You are not without flaw. That's what comes to passage, that ye without sin cast the first stone. To adamantly put you in abundance with the fact that all of us are born with sin. There are multiple passages in the Bible about sin. So when a motherfucker, you say something fucked up or do something fucked up, a nigga come in and say, Jesus loves you, that means that's implying that I'm a sinner. You understand what I'm saying? This is what the same people that used to be the missionaries and shit, this is what they used to do when they go through Africa or whatever. All these heathens, this is what Constantine tried to do. All these heathens, we must convert them to Christianity and save their souls. Nigga, you take you and the rest of the motherfuckers on them bicycles, y'all fly off a cliff some fucking way, fake ass Christians. I can't stand a fake ass Christian because I've been around real Christians all my fucking life. And every time you get a fake one, they always say some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're walking in damnation, but I'm the sanctity. A lot of them are basing this off their skin color alone. Isn't that fucking crazy? They think they ride their way into heaven because of skin tone and hair length. Good luck with that one. You know what I'm saying? Now I don't take people like that serious when they say shit like that. I take people serious when they can examine me and say, "Oh, I see why you're like the way you are, my son. God has got a special plan for you." See, that's the words of a real Christian. God is going to make sure He immaculately takes over you, not like that phony ass bitch that was on that other night. I heard her, but that actress ass. Lord, please cast all these demons, Lord. Please, you know Nutella. That's what I like to call her, Nutella. That bitch be running around like 50 Cent. I got shot 8 times. I'm sorry. That shit ain't funny. But that bitch be running around like 50 Cent. Yo, my son said that. I was like, yo, you wildin'. He was like, yo, this bitch sound like 50 Cent. She was like, yo, I got shot 9 times back at the club. It was shot. It was Diddy. I don't know who the fuck it was. You know what I'm saying? That bitch. Like, I feel different about her than I do about everybody else. I'm going to tell you why I say that. One, you got hit with bullet fragments, shorty. Let's stop. Let's stop the game. Two, you've been out here for 25 motherfucking years as of this year telling the same fucking story, bitch. When do it end? Now you piggyback it talking about you want, and this is one thing I gotta say about the Jag corridor. Some of them ragtag motherfuckers she be carrying the law with her, bitch. You could do better. That's what I want to say. A bitch could do better. That's what I'm saying, Huggy. I ain't trying to even hold you. You know what I mean? But you could do better than that. That little entourage you got of them lackluster motherfuckers, they ain't gonna do nothing. But you gonna listen, by the end of the year, Huggy gonna have motherfucking blogs about dissing these motherfuckers. Guys, trust me when I tell you, it's bound to happen. Not because of her personality. Now, Huggy just don't fuck with people like that naturally. She listen, I ain't trying to say she phony, but she having to throw an acting role on us to deal with them motherfuckers right now. I'm trying to tell you, I know this bitch. And she throw it on that. And I'm not talking about in the salacious way that everyone want to describe her. I'm telling you, as someone from the Northeast, she is putting on a role right now for these motherfuckers. She's trying to have her soul tolerate these people because they're so bent on nothing else than moving around in salacious material. They got one of them characters over there. This chick been a blogger for a year. She will sit there and regurgitate like it's almost insulting to some of us bloggers. But she'll sit on her page, this little French chick from Canada, Haitian chick. You know what I'm saying? She'll sit on her, and she's another one. She'll try to pretend like she's a nice person. She's not a nice person. That's just like that Lisa Smells chick. Lisa Smells chick is the same way. Lisa Smells, she acts like she's a nice person and she cares, but she doesn't. They don't care. They're heartless. I'm trying to tell you. I don't know why you can't see it. I know a hollow, heartless bitch when I see one. They all like heartless women. They all have this little vague smile on their face. They all go out the way to try to be fake nice. That's the one thing you got to watch for. And the other thing about chicks like that, they always go out of the way to try to act like they're smarter than every fucking body else because of their own complex they have within themselves mentally. You understand what I'm saying? They might have low self-esteem. They might be overweight. They might not be in a living situation they want to be in. They might not be married yet and they 35 fucking years old. They might not have a baby yet and they 35 fucking years old. They might not had a local D in their mouth in a long time and they 35 years old. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going if I see it. But some of these chicks, they get around Huggy and they start acting like they experts on shit. You know what I'm saying? This bitch literally, and I had to say it on my podcast so niggas would get it, and then everybody else started getting it. It was like, yo, you right. This bitch just started her blog like a year ago. Now she taking what she was sitting over there with Anton LaVey Atwood and little bubble gum and that moist motherfucker. When they was sitting over there with them, And I guess she tried to add that in as to her imprint online. Nah, bitch, you ain't wasn't by yourself. You was on their show. You understand what I'm saying? I'm talking about on your shit. You only been here for a year. So, man, what I wonder, I'm going to put my best Calvin Candy voice on. What makes you an expert on mandingos? I'm going to ask one more time. Man, what makes you an expert on mandingo fighting? You know what I'm saying? All right then. Like, you need to take it back a step. And this bitch, she's an opportunist. She's an opportunist. Even Huggy can see that shit. That bitch an opportunist. Every blog she got Huggy Pamper's name in it. You understand what I'm saying? Every blog she got, Huggy even know that shit. Every upload that bitch got Jaguar. She act like she the Jaguar sis. I was like, bitch, niggas been here. You understand what I'm saying? And it catches her because she's always trying to play catch up. You understand? I'll be right back, y'all. Pay attention to her. She's always trying to play catch up in her vlogs. So she'll be like, and Jaguar, she did, years ago, Jaguar, I'm like, how you trying to act like you a Jaguar spokesman? That shit looks silly. Like, it looks silly. You understand what I'm saying? It looks silly. Oh, thank you, Dwight. I appreciate it. Dwight with the big $30 donation. Thank you, Dwight. We need 3 more of those, man. 3 more $30 donations. Dwight threw in $30 in. Dwight, if you're still in here, I appreciate you. That's why I answered his question when he said Danny Kane. I didn't even know he had donated. I answered this question for that. But as far as Danny Kane, that group was slapped together. Back to Huggy. Huggy has been through a lot. I've seen some situations and moments with Huggy where y'all wouldn't believe it. And I don't repeat those moments. I leave those for her to do. It's like I don't want nobody to repeat my moments. You know what I'm saying? Like I still live by the rules. I don't know about every fucking body else. Everybody's up over here. Ooh, I know what they did into that. I don't do shit like that. You know what I'm saying? When I'm background up from people get, come up missing like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm dead serious. You see B? Yeah. I don't know. I heard he took a swim in the East River. In the wintertime? Yeah, I mean, he's in the polar bear club. That's what he said. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you have to be careful out here. They still find bodies down there in Brooklyn, don't you know? They still found. They found a body down there this recently. I saw the body they found down there this recently down there, deep down in Brooklyn. The nigga didn't even put the body in the water. The nigga put the body under some rocks and built a wall over the nigga body. I was like, God damn. They built a rock wall over the motherfucker's body. And nobody knew the body was there. Like nobody. Hey, you think New York different. New York ain't different. New York has reverted back to the 80s. Anybody disagree with that? You know what I mean? Anyway, as far as Huggy's concerned, yeah, this the standard broad she got over there sitting next with her. You know what I'm saying? The standard nigga she got sitting over there next with her. Them motherfuckers is a den of fucking thieves, man. I ain't talking about Huggy excluded. But them motherfuckers you running around with, my opinion, this is a den of thieves. You know what I'm saying? I saw Lionel do some disturbing shit today, and I thought he was cool. He was sitting up on the show trying to imitate an Indian man. That was you today, right, motherfucker? You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? And you know what I mean by that. It's tri-state talk. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? But that was you, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Why you doing shit like that? Don't do shit like that, Lionel, even if you feel like that. I know you're a little biased. I know you got a little racism in you. You know what I'm saying? But he ain't one of them, Lionel ain't one of those, what do you call it? He's biased. I'm biased. You know what I mean? Bias is different from being a racist. When you're biased, you just have tendencies to favor your own culture, and I can understand that. You have realities that you base yourself in and may be right or wrong. You understand what I'm saying? Especially when it comes to attentive. Hey, what's going on, AK? Especially when it comes to African Americans and Latinos in the judicial system. This is what I talk about with the judicial system. I talk about the Innocence Project when it comes to the effect with Puff or many others. Because we have a thing called the Innocence Project here in Connecticut at Yale University, who's helped exonerate a lot of men, especially in particularly Hartford, Connecticut, which is the state's capital, ironically enough. And a lot of men up there have been serving 30, 40, 50 years because of some of the crooked ass police that were in Hartford. You understand what I'm saying? So shout out to everybody up at the Heartbeat. You know what I mean? Shout out to Roro, big head ass motherfucker. I see you out there, nigga. I be keeping an eye on you, be keeping an eye on you. But yeah, cause some niggas they think, oh, I ain't heard from that nigga in a minute. Nigga, I be keeping an eye on you, I be keeping an eye on you. Anyway, long story short, you get a lot of people, I think in the past 10 years from Harvard still jails that have been released after doing 30, 40, 50 years. So when I hear these motherfuckers standing on the sideline, especially the women, because some of these women, that was their daddy. This was their uncle. This was their grandfather in some cases. I saw the black women that were standing outside that jail. You think they would stand with you on some shit like that? My uncle just did 40 years for a crime he didn't commit because he was in the wrong car at the wrong time. You think I'm gonna agree with that? You think some lady, like, you see, that's why I say y'all ain't got no real bitches talking. All the bitches that's talking on YouTube currently are bitches that got free time. See, a hoe that ain't doing nothing got free time. You ain't know that? A hoe that ain't got shit going on got free time. Bitches that got shit going on, I gotta go to work 6 o'clock in the morning. Ho, I ain't got time for that shit. Know what I'm saying? I gotta get my kids up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I ain't got time for that shit. You see what I'm saying? Like real bitches that got time they got shit to do. They ain't got time to sit up on motherfucking these social media apps. Bitches they ain't got shit to do sit up on these motherfuckers. Bitches that are troublemakers sit up on these motherfuckers mostly. And gossip about everybody under the blue sun except for telling anything about themselves. Some of you bitches ain't even got custody of your kids no more. Up here talking about somebody that's famous and got access of $200,000 or more. Bitch, if you battling with somebody got access to over $100,000 or more, bitch, legally you might have a problem. You understand what I'm saying? Because out of that $100,000, I ain't gonna spend number about 10 to 15 of it shutting your motherfucking ass down quickly. The only thing I can say about Puff finances is I wish I had some of it. He not broke by a long shot. So I don't know why some folks are saying, meanwhile, I'm still not really a Puff fan. No shade. No, that's fine. You don't have to be a fan of his. Um, it's in the mechanisms of what they put online. You know, it's and this is why I talk about the depths of it. You notice I just mentioned the old gal. I said, well, there's an Innocence Project that's here at Yale University, and I think Quinnipiac University has something to do with it too. And basically, what they do is they go exonerate men that have been wrongly convicted, say in the 70s, 80s, when they didn't have different sort of DNA specs and things like that, and all kinds of points of interest as far as like investigating shit like that. And so what they do is they take a step back, and many times they gain a retrial. Sometimes they win complete exoneration. And when you see the faces of these black men when they walk out of these prisons, and Latin men too, let me add, because they had freed about 5 Latin men up in Hartford too. And shout out to Rodriguez. I ain't gonna say his first name, but Rodriguez, who is very popularly known for being released and exonerated after he had been locked up since 1992, motherfucker. And he just got out in 2022. You understand what I'm saying? Who's in here talking about some panhandle? Who's saying that? Yeah, I want to know who said, because I can't see them saying it. Who's saying it? Whoever's saying that, yeah, you definitely got something going on. So that's what y'all be running around talking about with me. You see that, right? That's funny, right? Like motherfuckers will run around. I'm not talking about you, the old guy. I'm talking about what you responded to. Motherfuckers will literally run around and make up lies about you. Listen, let's do some panhandling then, niggas. Since they say what I'm doing, let's do what they say I'm doing, all right? Like, if you keep on trying to fight against sucker shit like that, you just let the suckers win. I need all everybody who's listening to me, donate 5, 10, 15, 20, $30. And then the motherfuckers that you turn around and you go watch, see where they at tomorrow. Compared to me. See where they at tomorrow. That's the test. Donate $20 to $30 to me right now, right? And then tomorrow, I want you to go watch your favorite vlogger, and I guarantee you they're gonna be in a setup just like this, and that motherfucker ain't gonna move nowhere from there for the next 5, 6, 7 months on camera. Oh, gal, you fine. I'm talking about them niggas. Because the old gal, she always hold me down. There's other people in here that hold me down. Ahmad L, he hold me down. Dwight, he just came in here. He held me down. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's people to come in here and hold me down. But at 24K subscribers, it should be way more than that. And now we see where it's coming from. There are motherfuckers that are black, white, and a couple other races that are online literally. And one of them came in here earlier and wrote in my chat room, who's paying that? I say, what kind of niggas is this? What kind of niggas is this? And if you watch any of my lives, I challenge anybody to go back and watch my lives, right? For the past 2, 3 months, if you want to. You will notice in my live one thing. I mentioned my cash app maybe 2 or 3 times. I'll say at the end of it, I'll say, yo, after I've been here for 3 hours and I only mentioned it twice, I'm like, damn, ain't nobody donated shit? Yeah, I'm gonna say that, nigga. I gave my time. Fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? Yeah, you've been out there on the streets giving us good content. Thank you very much. Like, as soon as people donate, that's the first thing I do. I go on location and I film. If this is your first time here, you don't understand. So, like, this shit you see right here, this ain't what I do. You understand what I'm saying? Should be at locations. We be at record labels. I'll be at Trump Tower. I'll be everywhere, dog. You know what I'm saying? I got some pieces I want to put together and bring to y'all. You know what I'm saying? And y'all hindering me doing that, but y'all going over giving money to it. There's a motherfucker right now just because he talks politely, and that's what a lot of y'all get fooled from. That's why I don't talk fake. Um, there's one dude that's from England. I'm gonna call him Anton LaVey Atwood. This motherfucker look just like Anton LaVey. And if you don't know who that is, that's the devil, the leader of the Satanist church at one time or another. Died very gruesomely, which I predict of this man as well. He has an evil soul. He tries to hide it. He's very dark. Trust me when I tell you this. And what ponders him about me is I'm able to see through that whole little troop of evil paganistic motherfuckers. And that's what I be trying to save Huggy soul sometimes. And Huggy, get the fuck away from over there. You're slipping too much, bitch. You're slipping too much. But she, knowing her, that bitch got it. She got something planned. But anyway, long story short, Anton LaVey Atwood and the rest of his goof troop and a couple of them other motherfuckers, what they do is they go around and what they try to do is they try to deduce what you're saying, and so people will gain favoritism of what they're saying. Old strategy, but they do it. And there's several other bloggers that do the same thing. They'll deduce the people that are talking that real, because most of the people you got on here is ex-nerds. If you look at Anton LaVey Atwood, nigga, even back when if you was selling pills back then, nigga, we would have robbed you. I ain't even gonna hold you. We would have took everything you had, held you upside down and gave you a wedgie. You know what I'm saying? We wouldn't no hammer, no nothing. No hammer, no nothing. We would have ran. I don't give a fuck who was with you. You understand what I'm saying? Factory. That's not a threat. That's a real, like, back in them times, boy, what was that? 2003, 2004. What? Oh, we would have got you. We would have got you. Lucky you was in Arizona. If you was in New York and you saw about the type of bread you saw about, oh, you would. What about him? I send him out the door. Let him go. You know, it would have been you. But fortunately, you was in Arizona. You know what I mean? So listen, let's get past all the hypotheticals. I don't like doing hypotheticals. But my point is, like the dude gets on and he interviews gangsters. You know what I'm saying? Niggas that really put in work. Like people in the midst of people like myself that really put in work, and you can look at him and you look at the time frame he was at, and it was like, yo, son, you wasn't in the street like that. You was in the clubs, you had furry shit around your neck, you fist pumping and shit. Big Pistol's son called him out, said, nah, we wouldn't be fist pumping in the fucking club. Separate that shit right now. I still think there's some shit behind that. I think Big Pistol had to worry about the bigger picture, because I just seen Big Pistol the other day in another video on his area, and he on stage with some niggas. Let me tell you something. You can't separate niggas and Italians but so much. And the Irishman and the Scottish man won't understand that. Irishman will understand a little bit more than the Scottish man will. You understand what I'm saying? I've used that as an example when I went to, and I'm gonna go back over there too for Black History Month, since y'all niggas won't do it. Y'all want to spend the whole Black History Month talking about Puff, Kanye, Kendrick Lamar, Drake, and all this other shit. You know what I'm saying? Pillars of society right here, ain't they? What's up, Mr. Cass? I guess I'll get out of here in a second. I might do a separate live, but I think I'm gonna do that. I don't even want to talk about Kanye yet. I'm gonna do a separate live, so I'll take Kanye out of the set. We're gonna talk about Kanye when I come back. There's a lot of shit to break down with Kanye, and I'll be here another hour or so trying to do it, because you can't take up Kanye just like that. So I'll do that in a separate live. But I will say this: that this is no complaining, no nothing. There's a lot of saboteurs that are on here. Yeah, I went to Seneca Village, and this is a place where people built houses before the Emancipation Proclamation even was signed, and before the Civil War began. There was Black and Irish people on these plots buying lands, of which is now Central Park West, New York City. And so eminent domain came into play. and they knocked down a church. It was a black church, and it was also parishioned by Irish people. The Irish and the blacks have a long-standing history in the early, especially during the dock stages down in Baltimore, whatever. Baltimore accent, believe it or not, is a mixture between Dutch and Irish. It really is. Like that Baltimore accent that you hear, that's a Dutch accent. Dutch and Irish. The Irish followed behind the Dutch. So when you hear people for example, everybody call me Stringer Bell, so I'll use the Y for example. When you hear the people from the Y, what you mean, or like Felicia that was on the show, the one with the braids, she said, you mean you dear, and the dear, that's Dutch. So that's where you get that material. Dutch, speaking on Dutch. Yeah, I don't speak Dutch, but I know it when I hear it. Think about doing member only biz because you have valuable info to give with that information. I thought about it too, but see, this is the thing, man. I don't want to get involved with YouTube like that, and Google rather. I don't want to get involved with Google like that. That was one. See, my first, and you're gonna go back, you go see videos like this, and you'll hear me saying this. My first thing was, okay, the people gonna hold me down, right? I always thought and that's why I made my mistake. Never, I'm gonna tell any new YouTuber, never think that black culture is gonna hold you down unless you're saying something dirty, fucked up, salacious, or bashing on somebody else black. They're not gonna hold you down, and I know this hurts, but they're not gonna hold you down. They're not gonna hold you down. They're looking for the dirtiest motherfucker, the rottenest motherfucker, and that's why you saw 5 or 6 people jump out of it because they know I'm telling the truth. See, that hurts. And when you see people jump out of my chat when I say shit like that, it's not because they hurt with what I say. They know I'm telling the truth. So instead of face the truth and what I'm saying, they'd rather run away. But I ask you and I'll raise the question, what do you see different? It's been Black History Month now for 10 days. Name me your favorite blogger that had a post up positive about black people. I'll wait. And I said the same thing last year, and I did the work. And I said the same shit the year before, and I did the work. So as I'm sitting here telling you about Seneca Village, many of these niggas have put Seneca Village in their titles and everything else on their channels. You understand what I'm saying? But never actually went to Seneca Village, including some lazy motherfuckers that live in New York. Half of these bloggers that talk that shit and they talk it in their kitchens or their bedrooms or whatever, ironically for me to say, most of these motherfuckers are frauds, bro. You can't peep it. They frauds. They don't give a fuck about the coach. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about any of that shit. So if you sit up there and you say to me, oh, well, you're wrong for saying that about it, prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Listen, when I was fucked up during the pandemic or whatever, and basically homeless for a minute, right? It was black women that came in here and they were laughing at me. Go get you a job, bitch. There's a pandemic. This is New York City. I was in New York at the time. New York has been hit harder than any other place in the United States. And these bitches was like, you can find something to do. You lazy, you this, you that. I'm like, bitch, everything is shut down here. Now, to the average motherfucker living in New York, they knew that. It took bitches having to see the news to change their temperament with me. They couldn't just believe that I was telling them the truth. They had to see it for themselves, and a white man had to confirm it for them. That's when I knew shit was up. You need a white man to confirm to you what I've been telling you the whole time, and I'm standing here right here in the flesh. You so I was making it up. Nah, I said, all right, I see. Shit's different now. So it was gradual to the point of where I got right now. I can give you other examples where they don't like me. Let's put it down for real. Most African Americans don't like me based on one fact. I'm biracial. That's one. I speak more than one language. They don't like that. Most people, I've had this happen all my whole life. When you talk Spanish around black people, they get very nervous. They automatically think you're telling about something about them. They automatically think you trying to diss them or whatever. I've even had people go as far as to, and this is one thing that gets on my nerves. Sometimes I tolerate, depends on the person it is. They'd be like, "Can you not speak Spanish around me?" I'd be like, "Why? Why don't you learn Spanish? Don't you see everybody around you is Latino now? Why would you learn Spanish, nigga?" And I don't say that for somebody that knows Spanish, but it's like very without being mean, uncultured, many of them. Very uncultured, disgusting behavior. Most of it comes from the women. I don't care what nobody says. The women birth the guys. I have a statement I make all the time. I said, half of you chicks out here complaining about the boyfriends you get and who you have to date. 72% of black males are raised by single black mothers. So where's the blame go? You understand what I'm saying? Like it goes to whoever reared the child. Whether you knew who that nigga was when you laid down with him. Huh? You knew that was Q with the good hair that was on his second strike. You knew that bitch. You thought it was cute at the time. So that's why I'm be feeling sorry for a lot of these hoes. My name ain't Peaches no more. My name Keisha. Bitch, you been Peaches for the past 15. You was Peaches when you was having that side, baby. You was Peaches then. You know what I'm saying? That's what we call them up here, side babies. Don't nobody really claim them. You know what I'm saying? But mama they got her new boyfriend, so now he got a family. So that's his side family. Who your daddy? You shut up, leave me alone. I lost 10 motherfuckers. Fuck you and your side baby there. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I mean, like you see it in here. I had two motherfuckers come in here talking about this a panhandling channel. I'm like, what does that even mean? And then, like, usually it's black women that are doing that. Like, some of the, let me keep it real with you. Some of the black women on this app are some of the meanest, benign, nastiest bitches you ever meet in your fucking life. A lot of another majority of them that are the good women of the culture, they get ignored, and it's sad. They get ignored. And who else we highlight? And this is where you get a highlight of Megan Thee Stallions, the highlights of Glorillas, and all these other filthy, disgusting bitches, and now even girls in England are copying as far as their disgusting diatribes when it comes to rap and music and everything like that. You understand what I'm saying? And so what happens is a lot of times when you get these people that show up in these little circles or whatever, 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 and they're promoting this shit, these people are from the bottoms. What's that motherfucker's name? I saw this weird looking motherfucker. What's his name? Shamar, some shit like that. They made this nigga a superstar. So basically, what they do is they look for the lowest end of fruit. And no offense to that dude, but they made this nigga a superstar. This nigga's papered up. He's throwing music videos out. And this is like, I don't know what the fuck it is. Like this Quasimodo looking motherfucker, I don't know what the fuck it is. Fuck it. Tell him I said it. He know what the fuck he looked like. He know what the fuck he looked like. Have you seen that motherfucker? That motherfucker look like Quasimodo. The fuck is that shit? And motherfuckers are openly going around this bitch like the shit is normal. I'm like, yo, this nigga look like Quasimodo. He dressed like a woman. I guess he into boys. I don't know. And like this whole shit is confusing. And when you look at it, you'll see ain't nobody promoting them except for black American women. I said, so y'all motherfucking promote. Look, somebody wrote in my shit. Yeah, Shamar, you see that mess? Yeah, that's what they'll refer to. Ooh, Shamar mess. Ooh, girl, da da da, and all that shit. They like that shit. What's the other niggas name that sound crazy as fuck? Unc 607 or some shit like that. That motherfucker, they making him a superstar. I said, how? These are the new superstars? These motherfuckers? I said, this is who y'all got elected for? This is who y'all got repping y'all? Oh, man, the game fucked up. I said, the game fucked up, bro. If that's who y'all got repping y'all, Shamar, Unc 607 and shit like that, that nigga, I don't know what that, I don't know if that's paranoid schizophrenia, demons, drugs. I don't know what the fuck that dude got going on. He talks in circles, but he's definitely a con artist. And most of these people that are in the urban world, that's what they are. They're con artists. So they go around calling other people con artists because they don't want you in the way of fucking up their money. That's what it really be about. Y'all ever seen my name in somebody's chat room talking about, yo, don't donate to this person? I think you're going to start seeing that, though. Because if you're brave enough to come over into another man's chat room and write, don't donate to this person, or this person doing this, or try to exude that people shouldn't support my channel, you a fuck nigga. You shouldn't even be in the culture, bro. You know, that's the way I feel. Oh, thank you. The old gal shouted out. Thank you, old gal. She donated 30 to me. Let's get two more $30 donations. Can we do that? Two more people, four more people, throw down $30, especially you've been seeing me for a minute or whatever. You know my struggles and everything. We have people, every podcast I do, I got some nigga coming in here talking about, yo, you asking for how, motherfucker? I asked for donations 2 times. I can ask every fucking live I do. This is my page. Know what I'm saying? You hating, nigga, because you can't offer your audience nothing. That's what y'all need to start doing. Y'all need to start demanding that your audience offer y'all more than rereading Google articles, rereading court documents and shit. Like the shit is getting lame. Like how many of y'all know motherfuckers that read court documents? as their material for their podcast. How many of y'all know that? How many of y'all realize this or seen this? How many? Anybody? You'll see at least they all got it from the Barney Rubble Popcorn Planet, motherfucker. Fred Flintstone Popcorn Planet. I keep calling him Barney Rubble. You look more like Fred Flintstone. So we're gonna call him Fred Flintstone Popcorn Planet, nigga. Him, he was amongst the first, but he got it from Law and Crime. Law and Crime started reading out those motherfucking what's the name. And then they all find out. I'm gonna give y'all a secret so y'all can all go find it out so y'all don't think these bitches are special no more. Is it what they do is they find shit and think they special. So we gonna expose every fucking body. Them motherfuckers go to the government motherfucking website. All they gotta do is put it in government, put it in like this. Put in government.org court cases. You understand what I'm saying? And then put entire United States behind it. You're going to have several motherfucking websites that come up. Every last one of them bitches going to let you download the shit for free. Boom, start your blog. Fuck them niggas. Y'all want to make it so I don't make no money? Y'all ain't making no money either. Fuck with paying attention to y'all record documents. Y'all go there and get it yourself. Y'all go get it yourself. Don't worry. This will be in a small clip too for you. These motherfuckers want to walk around, act like they special and shit because you regurgitating court documents that you downloaded in the PDF, treating them people like they stupid and trying to make it look like you're special. You're not special. You never been in the music industry. Nobody fucking knows you except for them lame motherfuckers most of the time that follow you. You know what I'm saying? Even if you get mentioned by a publication like, it's the Hollywood Reporter. Fuck the Hollywood Reporter. Who the fuck are y'all? Nobody pay attention to that bullshit. Respectfully, it's a all right little publication, but it ain't fucking Rolling Stone. It ain't Entertainment Weekly. So who gives a fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. How long has that shit been in publication anyway? In circulation on a stance where people pay attention? I'm just wondering. I'm not saying it's a terrible magazine or you shouldn't purchase it or whatever, but I'm just saying on the elk of things, here's a Rolling Stone, here's fucking the Hollywood Reporter. It's two different elements. Here's Entertainment Weekly, and here's fucking the Hollywood Reporter. I mean, it's like that's like comparing like Fox Network to fucking the what was that shit called, CSN or CVN? You know what I'm saying? One of them fucking networks, like, you know what I'm saying? Or comparing, you know what I mean, on CBS to fucking the Zeus Network or some shit like that. You know, you get what I'm saying? They're not the same. So in her eyes, that's a big move for Lisa Smells. In my eyes, I'm just like, y'all motherfuckers need to watch who the fuck y'all invoking up into the sky nowadays. Because if the examples are this Shamar nigga and what's the other little retarded, it's a whole batch of these retarded, funny looking motherfuckers. It's like a whole Addams Family troop of motherfuckers that just showed up in the past 4 years. And half of these motherfuckers look like gremlins. Half of them look retarded. Half of them, they got mental problems. Like, these are the motherfuckers. They want to make normal motherfuckers so badly stars that they'll accept anybody as long as they look weird now. Have you noticed that? Like, if you a normal looking person and you good looking, that's not a star no more. To be a star now, you have to look retarded. You got to look like you got something fucked up wrong with you. They made this nigga 607, what's his name, Unc, a fucking star. This nigga sits up in an interview. This is how he talk. Oh, no. See, I've been in Illuminati a long time. I'm St. Louis originally. I've been in Illuminati for about 2 years. You know what I'm saying? You know, some of the people, they don't think I've been in Illuminati, but I've been in Illuminati. This is how this motherfucker talk. And people are sitting in the comments section, they like, yeah, go 607. I ain't dissing the nigga. I'm just saying, this shit is ridiculous. Then there's the other motherfucker, what's his name, the Shamar nigga. This nigga did a rap video. I watched about 5.5 minutes of that shit. I said, I can't do this shit. That shit where he doing the dance and all that. I said, I can't do this shit. I said, I'm going to write something in this chat room. And the whole goddamn chat room. These niggas will be on my page for days. You know what? Fuck you. Everybody on my page like, you know what? Fuck you. You ain't there about Shamar the shit. I just imagine everybody talking like that. I don't know. I'm bugging maybe. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? While I stay on my own lane, so many things I will not do. There's so many things I will do. I often tell people, you met the music business version of me. You didn't meet the version of me that's prior to that. That was fucking crazy. You know what I mean? I used to, oh my God. I remember one time I was at 7-Eleven and some dudes ran up on us or whatever. And they were arguing with my mans. You know what I'm saying? And my first reaction was I didn't even let the argument go for like a minute. And I just like I gripped up on the nigga. I'm like, yo, so what's up? What we talking about? And that was my attitude. Like that was literally my attitude. Like, and it wasn't my attitude to people I knew. It wasn't my attitude to people who was around us. It was my attitude for with the crew that I was with. They commanded that. I didn't roll with pussies. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not talking about bad, but I'm talking about before that. So I didn't roll with no pussy, man. These were stand-up motherfucking gangsters that will really do something to you. Like I told you, I got 3 of my mans right now that's away from murder. I'm not lying to you. And they never coming home. So, it's like, when you're around people like that, you know not to go around fucking with people any old type of way. You know not to go around trying to son people any type of way or talking to niggas like we 14, 15 years old. No, son, all that shit that you be talking about, I've been doing that shit since I was 14 fucking years old. It was Bad Boy that really took me from the elk of that. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate that every day. That's why I sit there and I say, I can't sit here and pretend like Puff ain't the motherfucking one that was sending us around the country and we had all these experiences we have. I can't sit here and act like Puff ain't open them doors and let me walk through the motherfucking walls and you know what I'm saying, and enjoy what the music business was about. You know what I'm saying? Through his side of the game over there at Arista and Bad Boy Entertainment. I can't say, hey, if I would have met Puff, shit would have been better. Maybe I should have got with this record label or that record label. You know what I'm saying? Because I remember not too long ago when he first got arrested, somebody said to me, and I quote this, "Don't you wish you would have ran with Rockefeller?" Now they on J too. You understand what I'm saying? So, when I hear things like this, when I see things like this, when I investigate things like this from a different perspective, you understand, different from the game as normal, I have to look and I have to literally point out the characters within the story. They have their own faults too, And so, with that being said, a lot of the people, I'm gonna say it how it is, and I ain't talking about my department. Let me put it that way. Make sure y'all hear that. I ain't talking about my department, and I ain't necessarily talking about people that used to work at Bad Boy either, or people that's still there. But I will say this, and I got another message for the kids too. But I will say this: some of y'all motherfuckers see them kids down there at that courthouse by themselves. Some of y'all seen last time I was down there, the baby's mom shows up and everything like that. Both of them, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Just like motherfuckers said in Hustle and Flow. Now that's a stand-up bitch for you. You know what I'm saying? For real. Just like they said in Hustle and Flow. You ever seen Hustle and Flow? He said, now that's a stand-up bitch for you. You understand what I'm saying? And I don't mean it like that. Y'all know what I mean. That's a stand-up bitch for you. You know what I'm saying? But they was on there solid and they down there by themselves. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that nobody in the music industry is showing up, nobody in the music industry, I'm just talking about the next time Puff got a date. Even if you just in the cut and you over to the side, show the fuck up. Because sooner or later, I'm trying to tell you, sooner or later, what's going to happen is when these quote unquote names that they claim that they got or whatever, your ass going to get caught off guard because a couple of you motherfuckers think that y'all exempt from it. You understand what I'm saying? Don't come in here with no motherfucking conspiracy theories. This ain't conspiracy theory. This ain't no bitch nigga channel or none of that. What I'm saying is some of y'all either in accusation form or worse are going to be called to duty. You understand what I'm saying? And niggas going to ask y'all questions. So what I'm telling you is, even if you don't motherfucker, what's going on? Even if you don't want gray sex, what's going on? Even if, would you say your name is? Gay sex? Nah, you can't be up in here, nigga. That was slick how you wrote that, though. I had to look at that twice. Anyway, long story short, a lot of y'all sooner or later gonna be mentioned something. You know what I'm saying? And whether it's implemented as something heavier than what you actually did, you ain't doing nothing at all. This face it, nigga, you're gonna be mentioned. You understand what I'm saying? Some of these motherfuckers is waiting to mention you. So my stock of advice, this is coming from professional. If you don't like what I said, fuck you. I'm trying to help you. I'm telling you, you better off showing your motherfucking face on this next court date. You understand what I'm saying? And this it put it in emphasis this might be your last chance to do so. Because see, if the story get in front of you, now you have no motherfucking more instances to do it. You got to get in front of the story. And that's what you motherfuckers in your laziness and sitting around, yes, you have. You understand what I'm saying? Because one thing I won't take back and I will hold my bond on, Puff, you was a greedy motherfucker. Yes, you did a lot of things for us, but you was a greedy motherfucker. You understand what I'm saying? You were. And instead of spending money you could have been spending with the homies and the niggas and buying shit up in Harlem and fixing it up, the same place you were talking about that you rep. You understand what I'm saying? You let those builders dilapidate buildings you could have bought. We even hear Jay-Z on one of his records on 444 talk about this shit. Then we talk about the condo in Dumbo. All right, then, nigga. All right, so let's keep it real. We love you, nigga, but we got to talk how it is. You understand what I'm saying? You spent a lot of money, and as we can see, the final purchase was $30 million, giving it to a wayward bitch. They ended up fucking the help that you hired and went and had a baby with her, took off for 3 years, and then when she found out that the fucking law was going to be evaporated, she turned around and said, I'm going to sue for $30 million motherfucking dollars. Got the $30 million. 2 weeks later, all the pain and hurt she had, nobody paid attention to this bitch was in the New York Post. She flew from California to New York to spend some of the money that she had gotten from Puff. Nobody ever talks about that. You couldn't have been that hurt. 2 days later, you in New York shopping. No, bitch, you was hurt, all right? You was broke. We want to talk all this broke shit. That bitch was broke. She was broke. Her white trainer boyfriend was broke. He couldn't provide for her like Puff could. You understand what I'm saying? So white boy was broke. You went and got with a broke white boy, and then you ran back to niggas to get $30 million motherfucking dollars. This bitch is the biggest hobo in history. This is the biggest hobo in history. This is the biggest hobo move. Listen what I'm trying to tell you. In the name, and I'm just going to say his name just to say it, to be with the dude with the crown on his head. Funniest shit he ever did, I ever seen, or whatever. I don't be over there fucking with him, nothing like that. But the funniest shit I ever seen him do, he had this shit called a shopping bag suitcase. All right? Her and her husband in that little shopping bag suitcase, you understand what I'm saying, was looking and etching for a plan. And nobody wants to point this out. I'm going to say it once again. That motherfucker that Cassie is married to, you understand what I'm saying? Her character is within her whole introduction into her marriage. If you just pay attention, the bitch was living in Puff's house. She found the help. You understand what I'm saying? Whether or not she was being abused or not to the degree or some degree or not at all. She found a motherfucker that was the help. Not a dancer, not a motherfucker that was another artist. No, she found a motherfucker that was the help that was hired by her current boyfriend at the time, whether they were on hiatus, whatever the fuck, bitch, you were there in his house, okay? Everybody wants to skip past this point, but I'm not skipping past it, okay? Now, she got with homeboy who Puff hired as a trainer, all right? Hired as a trainer. You understand what I'm saying? I'm going to say it one more time. Hired as a trainer. Puff was big on his fucking working out regimen and everything else. That's why y'all say, how did he have so much strength? Because he works out. Like me, I do work out all the time. My point I'm getting at is this. Cassie ends up subsequently fucking dude. I'm imagining first. She was fucking him before she got a proposal, right? Is that fair? She was probably fucking him for about 6 or 7 months, right? Huh? What you mean, no, I don't, boy, you weak. You must be a dumb black bitch. Listen, dumb black bitch. Unlike you, with no profile picture, I worked at this company for 19 years. 17 years. I was at that company before fucking Cassie even fucking showed up, bitch. That's one. Number two, you would never been in the music industry. You're sitting up here regurgitating some shit that you don't fucking know about. And if you were in the music industry, you fucking wasn't around us. So shut the fuck up. And I got the pictures and the video to prove it. Even that bitch will tell you she know who the fuck I am. So let's back the fuck up for a second here and get back into reality. That nigga was hired by Puff as a trainer. You can look through multiple magazines, publications to find that part out for yourself. So what the fuck is it that's fucking not correct? Now, like I said, dumb bitch, lying bitch. It's always a lying bitch that want to come up in here. Don't be a lying bitch. This is shit that people can Google. You such a Google master. Go Google that shit. Smart ass. Shut up, bitch. Shut up, bitch. Shut up, bitch. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Now she want to throw insults because you can't argue. That's what all wayward black bitches do. When they can't argue, they start throwing motherfucker. When ain't nowhere else to escape to, they start throwing insults. Bitch, I don't care about your insults. I don't know you. Now back to what I was saying. This bitch started fucking to help. The bitch started fucking, I'm gonna say it one more time for you for the slow people and the petards in the back. The bitch started fucking to help. You don't just get with somebody, meet them, and be like, you know what, platonically, I really like you. Why don't we get married now, have a baby? We'll wait till we get married and have sex and everything like that. Now, I know I've been fucking this guy and having freak-offs, quote unquote, for the past almost 15 years, but I'm ready to settle down now and give it to you, white guy. I know you don't have as much money as Papa. We'll figure something out. Y'all don't even put the fashion that the bitch was porting the bill. Cassie wasn't broke. She was pushing the bill for this broke-ass white boy. And I'm tired of that shit not coming up in the conversation. You know, listen, I live in Connecticut. I lived in a whole nother end of Connecticut for the longest, almost my whole entire life. And I'm here to tell you that we have some superstar poor white boys out here that are in debt. Superstar white boys. You'll be like, oh, he's so pretty, so good looking, and that. This motherfucker in debt. He got a warrant out against him. Motherfucking child support looking for him. Everything else or whatever. Who you talking about? Kyle? Not Billy. Yeah, them niggas. Broke ass white boys. I can't stand a broke ass white boy. You the worst of the worst. It's all right for a nigga to be broke every now and then. If you black and Latino, it's all right for you to be broke. We come from shit like that. But when you white and you got all the privileges in the fucking world, and you using a nigger gal, a half a nigger gal, huh? A lot of people don't bring that out either. Cassie's biracial. So is her brother Roderick, okay? You went got with that broke ass white boy. You hammed up with that broke ass white boy. And you left that house with that broke ass white boy. And subsequently, you were fucking that broke ass white boy in between. I know what his salary was when Puff hired him. It wasn't that high. It wasn't enough to take care of you, Cassie. Say, fuck all that other shit. Let's talk about the real shit. Bitch, you started fucking to help. Okay? Now, that would acknowledge to me that you was with the freak off shit because you went and freaked off with the help. Can we get that connection? Y'all want to do all these connections and all these motherfucking conspiracy theory. How come none of you genius motherfuckers put that together? The bitch started fucking the hired help. And I'm not going to leave that alone. She subsequently started fucking the hired help. It might have been a week, 2 weeks, or whatever. But I guarantee you, at the age range she was at, the mentality we were in at that time, Cassie just didn't start fucking that motherfucker 3 or 4 weeks later. Cassie had been fucking this motherfucker. All the way up to the point where she left Puff's house. Is that fair? Is that fair? Will anybody disagree with that? So when she got out of Puff's house, she continues fucking this broke motherfucker. This broke ass white boy. And now she's starting to figure, okay, with a little bit of money I got, this motherfucker spending up all my money. I'm taking care of both of us. Trust me, with the salary he had, what the trainers get? Like 2,000, 3,000 pop. You done fuck Puff over and took his bitch. So now nobody in the industry is worth anything is fucking with you as far as being a personal trainer. Your career is over. Nobody puts that in parentheses either. You just started, you might as well have went over there and started fucking John Gotti's wife. Is that fair? You might as well have started fucking John Gotti's wife. It's about the equivalent of it. So my point is, you started fucking the boss's wife. You understand what I'm saying? Now the boss's wife, like let's put this in an episode of The Sopranos or some shit. You start fucking the boss's wife. The boss is a multi-billionaire. You know what I'm saying? No cap. He's a multi-billionaire. You start fucking the boss's wife, which you were hired. This is classic. This plays out in the fucking TV shows, if you want to put it that way. You start fucking the boss's wife. You take the boss's wife. Now you can't afford the boss's wife. This almost sounds like the movie fucking Casino. Remember the motherfucker kept showing up with the $25,000, the golf course hustler? That was him. You understand? So he was a golf course hustler. Y'all never seen the movie Casino? Remember the golf course hustler that was this guy, Robert De Niro's wife. I forgot what the fuck that bitch's name is, but the character she played is his girlfriend and his wife, ever whatever. But she always had that friend that was from her childhood, and he was getting money out of her and shit. That's who that nigga was. He was the golf course hustler. Let me get 25,000. Let's see if we can get out of Puff. And so he kept this golf course hustling on. You know what I'm saying? So fast forward. Now Cassie is gone. I don't know why nobody ever talks about this. Cassie is now gone. You know what I'm saying? She's out of circumference with Puff. And now she's over here and she's at an old location, which pretty sure we're familiar with because there's stories about how Puff was paying for an apartment for her. So I'm assuming Puff was still paying for the apartment or the shit was on lease or whatever. So now she's living there with white boyfriend off the dime of a nigga. You understand? This bitch foul as fuck, nigga. Like, we gotta let it be known. I ain't gonna call her a bitch, but this chick foul as fuck. She start fucking the help, right? Moves out of the house of her ex-boyfriend with the help. She goes from there to start fucking the help, has a baby by the help, subsequently gets married to the help that can't afford the baby or her. And then she runs back to ex-boyfriend in a collided plan to say, hey, you know what? I know we can't take care of the family here. I got an idea. Let's go back and get my ex-boyfriend for $30 million motherfucking dollars. Let's go back. Thank you very much. Let's go back and get my ex-boyfriend for $30 million motherfucking dollars. Sounds like a plan to me. And then after we get the $30 million, 3 days after that, we're going to go 2 or 3 days after that, we're going to go to New York and TMZ going to take a picture of us shopping in Midtown Manhattan. Oh yeah, this bitch was hurt. This bitch needed relief. She needed closure. Yeah, closure at fucking Saks Fifth Avenue, you fucking fuck. I saw how that shit played out. If you don't believe me, go right now to your Google and put in Cassie shops with husband and baby in New York City and tell me the date on that shit. I'll wait. Go ahead. All you good sleuth motherfuckers. And if you're lying on here and say you don't see nothing, I'm going to put the shit up on the screen for you. Don't come up in here and lie and say you don't see what I see. You know what I see. How come we ain't had that conversation? Oh, poor Cassie. Poor Cassie was out here slinging vajay. All right? So we want to talk about this freak off shit or whatever. Won't y'all talk about that freak off right there? That motherfucker shows a character right there. The bitch started fucking the help. Don't stand up bitches start fucking the help in your man's house and then come back and say, I want $30 million for my time and services so I can go off in la land with my motherfucking new boyfriend. Didn't even try to play it off. She was literally here in New York City 2 to 3 days after she had got the $30 million. I know a lot of y'all don't believe me on that, but it's the honest to God truth. She was here in a New York City tri-state. Go look it up right now on Google. It'll come right up. Picture, this is how it'll be titled. Cassie, boyfriend, and baby shopping in NYC. And tell me when it comes up. And make sure you tell us the date on when it comes up. It's going to be multiple pictures. I know what's going to come up. I don't ever speak nothing like this unless I know. Go look for yourself. Now, what that shit say? Somebody gonna be honest. Come in here and tell me the date that it says. That's the only thing I need. I just need one person. If you go search, write the date in here. Most of them ain't gonna write the date in here because of pure simple fact they want this bitch to be right, and that's what's gonna help. Like I said, there's something funny in the source here, and if y'all don't get the play, I don't know what to tell you. So I'll say it to you one more time. Here's a woman that claims she was abused and schmoozed for years and years and years. And she might be right. I don't know what their personal shit was. I wasn't in the bedroom when they were doing what they were doing. You understand what I'm saying? What I do know is this. I know that this bitch, excuse my French, that's the way I talk. I know this bitch ain't innocent like she claims she is. There's enough pictures and videos. Let's just put it this way. There's enough pictures and videos of Cassie out there to show Cassie's motherfucking demeanor. And if any of you any of you past film boys and film girls that were out there, you caught the club, shit like that or whatever, you got some footage of Cassie wilding out or whatever, make sure y'all contact me, all right? I got somebody I want to, you know what I mean? Know what I mean? So if you got any footage of Cassie partying back in the days or whatever, make sure you hit a nigga up. That's all I gotta tell you. It might be worth your motherfucking while. Know what I'm saying? We gotta do shit like that. Cause I can't let some wayward ass chick that want to go off and live in La La Land or whatever keep the $30 million. Puff, you should have just gave her the fucking money in the get go. Be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? But I see the shakedown, bitch. You want money and you ran off with the help that I hired? Get you out your mind? Yeah, that's a lot for a player to take in. Trust me when I tell you, I feel you, Playboy. You know what I'm saying? Because for me, that upper room, when Jesus, yeah, that upper room. Mr. Lewis, this will be your new cell. You know what I'm saying? Can we sit down and share a Whopper with cheese? Let me ask you a question. Did your mama drop you on the head, or was she just a plain loser like you? I'll give you a chance to respond. Give me a second, guys. Don't go nowhere. I just want to ask one of our resident retards a question. Did your mom drop you on your head? She did? Okay, good. So you can get up on out of here. This is another man bound for my attention. I told you a lot of he made this profile 5 days ago. 5 days ago. I told you the mentally ill black men of YouTube is expensive. Now, these people that are coming over here right now that you see, these are people that are being sent over here by vloggers that don't want their motherfucking narrative to change because they can't change it. I was actually around Bad Boy when this was happening. You understand what I'm saying? I remember when this shit would happen. You wasn't. So stop lying to your audiences. You wasn't around. At this time when all this shit was going on, you was probably working at McDonald's. Some of you wasn't even born. Some of you wasn't even fucking thinking about vlogging. Some of you was in college. Some of you was in high school. Stop lying to get donations out of people. I don't lie. That's why they donate to me. I was really around. You understand what I'm saying? Like I done showed people the proof a million times. I got to do no more. I'm trying to tell you, I remember this period. And this period is when Cassie left. It was towards the end. I'm going to say around about like 2000. I want to say it was like 2013, maybe 12, 14, somewhere around there. The bitch decided to get with the help. Excuse my French. Some of y'all don't like the way I talk. Make sure y'all hit that like button too for me. I appreciate it, y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Shorty left the scene and she went to go live with white boy in an apartment that was already being paid for her. You understand what I'm saying? The apartment was already being paid for her. Y'all read this in one of the motherfucking what's the names already. The apartment was already being paid for her for Puff. So she left Puff's house and went to go live in an apartment that Puff was paying for with her new boyfriend. You understand what I'm saying? Now, the average nigga in the West Coast and the average nigga in the East Coast, that would have been the last you heard of motherfucking Cassie. Can I get an amen on that at least? That would have been the last you heard. With the average motherfucker that wasn't in the music industry, the average motherfucker, that would have been the last you heard of Cassie. Y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. I ain't got to make this up. Y'all want to talk that hood shit, and then you want to be conservative on the back end. Nah. Don't work like that. If Cassie had done that to a regular, smegular motherfucker that didn't have the stature of Diddy, didn't have the stature of Jay-Z, please hear me, that bitch would have got her ears stomped in for some shit like that. You fucking a nigga that I hired in my house and then you break up with me and go live with the motherfucking apartment I paid for? Oh, everybody gotta go. Everybody got, if the dog did, he gotta go. Everybody gotta go. This out of purpose. That dog might bark the wrong way. You understand what I'm saying? At the trial. I don't know. I ain't taking no chances. You understand what I'm saying here? The bitch moved down into an apartment that Puff was paying for. Ain't nobody gonna tell the story like this. Well, so I'm gonna tell it like this. Because everybody else scared to tell the story like, the fuck you scared of Cassie for? Fuck Cassie. The point I'm getting at is this, and I mean that respectfully, but fuck Cassie. You did some dirty shit, and you did some even more dirtier shit here, and I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit. Fuck Cassie right now. You left this man's house after fucking that hired help because you wanted a little half-white baby, I'm assuming, and not a nigga baby, I'm assuming, because you never gave Puff no kids. Puff got babies by several different women that look better than you, to be honest. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of them chicks that Puff got kids by look better than Cassie. You better go double check. You'll understand that real quick. Cassie was like, even Carissa, I believe Young Miami looked better than Cassie. In my personal opinion, I thought Young Miami was juicier. She was prettier. She had a more vibrant attitude. And that's why she connect with people. Young Miami got some new shit out right now. Y'all make sure go check it out. You understand what I'm saying? We still with you, Miami. You know what I'm saying? Well, it makes a difference because when we have this partition of the conversation, this is where the real shit come in. Okay, Cassie, why were you fucking somebody in the same house as your boyfriend? Okay, Cassie, even if you wasn't fucking him, why was there allowed to be some type of attraction amongst you two that would allow you to be in a situation where you could possibly start fucking this nigga? You see what I'm saying? And she never has answered that. She's never answered, yo, why did I start fucking this Alex? What's his name? Alex, whatever. Why did I start fucking Alex? You right, sincere. Why did I start fucking Alex for? You understand what I'm saying? Why didn't I just move out the house? Because I said I was so fearful. I'm calling my mom back out in NL. You know what I'm saying? Town folk, y'all know what I'm talking about. People don't realize how deep this go. So I kind of keep it, you know what I'm saying, low as far as that part go. But for my NL green and gold, y'all know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know me out there. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what y'all know me by out there too. Y'all done said it in the chat room before. That's how I distinguish somebody from NL and not love y'all. You know what I'm saying? But I got to do due diligence. This hoe was fucking a nigga in a nigga's house that was to hide help. Now, if you would have did that to the average nigga in NL and she from NL, it would have been curtains. You would have read about that bitch. You would have heard about that bitch on the local news. If he had been Latino, the brother would have came back there and not only did what he did, you understand what I'm saying? He would have sat there and waited for him to show up. You know what I'm saying? You're not doing that with no black and Latin man like that. That's a regular schmegular dude. You did that particularly with a superstar because you know the light would allow you to get away with that. But in a normal world, had that been somebody regular, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to tell you, two-piece with the biscuit. Two-piece with the biscuit. You understand what I'm saying? Two-piece with the biscuit. That's more like it. Two-piece with the biscuit. That's what it would have been like because niggas done shot that bitch for less. I had a nigga cut a bitch whole fucking leg up in front of me because the bitch made him by too short a change. Bitch, why you still $20? And she did steal it, so I ain't feel sorry for her. He hit the bitch with the motherfucking razor joy. Bitch, don't lie to me. What? I'm sorry, it scares you. It's the truth. You know what I'm saying? I was like fucking 19, 20 back then. You know what I'm saying? We did a whole bunch of crazy shits in New York City tri-state back in them days. But my point is, you know what I'm saying? I've seen that shit. So what I'm trying to tell you is, for somebody that tries to run around and play victim and got the fat Tiffany bitch, the bitch look like the Tootsie Roll owl. Y'all know that bitch? I ain't seen her in a minute, huh? I told you she would shut the fuck up. The Tootsie Roll bitch with the owl eyes, same thing with her. You know what I'm saying? She was running around trying to play spokesman for on NBC and everything like that or whatever. Bitch, take your money and walk the fuck away. You don't even live in Connecticut no more. You moved to California. You don't even live in Connecticut no more. So when people ask me, when I think about that Cassie situation, I say, how come nobody brought that up? The bitch was fucking the help. I go to show her character right there. You understand what I'm saying? If you will fuck the help in another man's house, develop a relationship with him, move out of your man's house, go to an apartment that your former man with the money is paying for, conceive a baby, get married shortly a year and a half later after being with a man for 10 to 15 years, I say that stand for your character. I would say you ain't on shit, bitch. You understand what I'm saying? I'm being real about it. I would say you ain't on shit. You ain't never been on shit. And all these stories about you voluntarily want to be part of the freak off, I think have been confirmed right then and there when you sit up there and say, oh, I'll go fuck the help then. That means you'll go fuck anybody. And anybody that live in NL, would you please speak up one day, come in my chat room and tell niggas that bitches, not all chicks in NL, but a lot of chicks in NL, especially from that time period, was some loose cannon vajay hoes. Niggas sitting in there and fuck bitches in the bathroom, dog. I ain't even gonna hold you. Yeah, anybody know how the town is, you know what I'm talking about. And some chicks out there, not all the chicks, there's some great women out there, but a lot of chicks, they grow up being a little loose. It's a smaller town. You know what I'm saying? You know the vibes of a small town. Everybody fucking everybody. It's culture. You know what I'm saying? So she come from that. As much as she don't try to admit that, except for the little time you lived out in Mystic out by the motherfucking reservation and all that shit. You ain't no res girl. You ain't no Mystic girl. You an NL girl. And we know how NL girls get down sometimes. Shit. Sitting up here pretending and shit. I ain't pretending with the hell. You know what I'm saying? Little chode ass nigga. Nigga, I'll kill you. My point is, the bitch went and started fucking the help. Please bring this up in conversations when you have them about this hoe. And y'all holding up in such high regard and shit like that. She went and started fucking the help, had a baby by the help. Some of these hoes gonna say she was running for her life. She was running for a dick. She was running to a dick. Enough said. Moving on. I had to have that part of the conversation because I hadn't had that part of the conversation yet. And it was just getting to the point where it's like, okay, finally we got to have this fucking conversation because nobody's having this conversation. This bitch was fucking the help in this man's house, left the house, went to move in an apartment that he previously had already been paying for and it was paid up for a year. Puff don't pay apartments like, okay, this month rent is due, this month rent is due. Now here go for 2 years. Here, don't call me no more. He go for 2 years. Don't call me no more. I can tell you that for a fact. Don't call me unless something broke down or the building on fire. I don't want to hear nothing from you. Now, only thing you got to do is inspect a certain little what's the name that she has, and you'll find this out for yourself. He was paying for apartments. It's on one of the suits or something like that, where he's paying for apartments and shit like that, which we already knew that. You know what I'm saying? There's a whole bunch of other shit that I never exposed on here, but niggas know. You know what I'm saying? She was well taken care of for almost 15 years. Now all of a sudden you want to go live with Alex Fine and all this shit and have a little white baby. You know what I'm saying? Come on, is it safe to say we all knew you wasn't gonna never have no nigga baby? Is that safe to say? Is that safe to say, Cass? We all knew you wasn't gonna never have no nigga baby. 15 years with a nigga, you got a fresh womb, and you wait till the last years of that womb about to swell down, because you about 40 something now. You waited for the last years of that womb before it strolled up, and you said, no, you know what? I'm gonna have me a little half white baby because I'm light skinned and I want my baby to be light skinned. I don't want him around those niggers. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. But it's gonna be one part of this story, sooner or later, that people are gonna wake up and they're gonna see that you got a lot of fraud to you, young lady. A lot of fraud to you. And how you were wrong. And how you try to project yourself as being this little innocent, little clandestine ass female, but in reality, you was a hottie toddy. You understand what I'm saying? Hottie toddy. You understand? Ain't no way you gonna tell me a bitch been sitting up on a nigga for 15 fucking years, and then you turn around and all of a sudden one nigga walk up in the house, you say, you know what, I'm gonna start fucking him. Fuck Puff. Fuck all this money. Fuck all this shit, whatever. Matter of fact, I'm gonna marry this nigga, have a baby for him. Fuck it, let's just give it all up. Nah. You had been doing shit like that, you wore out your welcome. Let's talk about that. I sincerely believe Puff will beat all charges and past time served. Sleazy so-called lawyer searching for a paycheck. I don't think Mark Agnifilio is a sleazy lawyer. I don't think Spiro is a sleazy lawyer. I think they're the typical New York defense lawyers and teams that you always see. I would not talk ill about either one of those gentlemen. As many of y'all know, Mark Agnifilio's wife is actually representing the Luigi Mangione, which I covered that story in person. If y'all remember, I was there on the scene. Y'all still can go see that too. It's right on here. Just put my name, put his name behind it. It'll come right up. I was on scene the day that it happened, live with the news cameras and everybody else, the real news. And because of my position and I could do that, numbering around them or whatever, because I had the credentials to do that. So a lot of people ask me, how do I do it? I had the credentials to do it. But I was with CNN, all those guys. You see one part of the video, I'm talking with those guys, and they came up and asked me a question. You know what I'm saying? Because we all familiarize each other because we're always at the same spots when I'm covering things like this. And I haven't been able to do that as well because one, I got to pay some dues up early in a minute too. So I'm gonna need about $150 from y'all. But I know people here gonna do that because they know I'm gonna give them back the material. You understand what I'm saying? But I'll pay partially most of the dues, but I need y'all to chip in so I can get this 150 goal. We also need some new equipment and shit like that. I need a new, as y'all can see, this is my ring light that I used to use. It broke. So I literally got this rigged with another piece under here. So it worked for you with my what's the name? The plastic, as you can see. Let me show you. See right here? It's very weak and my phone is heavy. I got a big phone. I got the S24. So I guess it slowly did it, whatever. The way this is made, I tried to get some and don't think I'm pulling you. I tried to get some super glue and fix it. That shit didn't work. That shit fell right back over. I'm speaking on the lawyer representing the so-called victim of victims. I'm not gonna talk about her. You know what I'm saying? I know who you're talking about. You're talking about Ariel. I like Ariel. I really do. I like Ariel. I think Ariel's sexy as fuck. I can't even hold you. You know what I'm saying? Whatever her plan is, or whatever. I don't think it'll affect Puff deeply in the end. I don't. I really don't. You know what I'm saying? But if you're motherfucking mad because I just told a woman fine and I ain't say nothing about her political position or lawyer position, that's funny. That is hilarious. It's like these people on here are children. You ever notice that most of the people on YouTube are like children nowadays? You start talking about gossiping and shit like that, and they all here. You don't talk about gossip and you say, well, I like Ariel. I said, I think Ariel's fine. I said, I don't want to speak on what Ariel's doing. I just think Ariel's fine. What's wrong with me thinking a woman is fine? That's weird, right? 30 niggas jumped out of here when I said a woman is fine. So we can't run around and say black women are fine no more. Is that the new rules? Only lesbian women can say that black women are fine. Only other black lesbian women can say women are fine. Nah, nigga, we'll say shit like that up in here. And real talk, you will get motherfucking flagged up in here, nigga. This ain't no pro motherfucking channel like that. Fuck out of here, nigga. You don't write no shit like that in my chat room. Y'all whole niggas gonna learn real quick. Stop writing bitch nigga shit in my chat room. I don't play that shit. Around to lose something. You gonna come up short. You understand? Don't write no funny shit in my chat room. Some nigga just wrote my chat room. Ain't mine. Nigga, don't write that shit in my chat room. This ain't Kendrick Lamar's motherfucking resting place. Anyway, guys, make sure y'all hit up the Cash App, $STRINGERBELL80, or just, you know what I mean? Don't if you don't want to, whatever. I'm not your bro. We don't do bro over here. You come off and say bro, you're gone. We don't do bro. You know what I'm saying? Because look, he wrote a sentence. He said, bro, you kind of remind me, and then he didn't end it, so he was gonna come in at the end and say some fuck shit. Anytime you hear one of these motherfuckers start their sentence off or end it with bro, get the fuck away from them. They're about to do some fuck nigga shit. He got fuck nigga genetics. He got fuck nigga motives. He's a fuck nigga. You understand what I'm saying? Anybody that come at you and repeatedly use the word bro, they are a fuck nigga. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. And if you hear anybody that repeatedly use bro, that is a fake motherfucker. Run, nigga, run. Concluding my little diatribe this evening. Kendrick Lamar, your performance sucked. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Drake about to come back with this new album. He gonna murder you, and they gonna forget all about that shit. That Not Like Us single, that was a burial for that shit last night. That's why they gave it all the theatrics and all the shit that less than in 48 hours everybody will fucking forget. That was a funeral for him and that song. And you might not get it now, but you're gonna get it in a minute. Y'all gonna get it in a minute. Drake about to come in and kick y'all motherfucking back in. Y'all gonna be back on his dick. Y'all gonna be back on it. You understand? But I just want to say this. That shit was a funeral for that song last night. And everybody that's in the music industry, you know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. You understand what I'm saying? That was like he had his Las Vegas residency at the Super Bowl. You know when they send you to that residency, there's only two choices. You can use it and promote it and bounce back and become bigger than you ever were, or that'll be the funeral home. Kendrick Lamar just had a funeral last night. He just don't didn't quite realize it. Sir, let me tell you something from an economics point of view. It don't matter how big Not Like Us was. It didn't did it generate the same type of motherfucking momentum monetarily that a Drake album would with just two or three of them worth? No, it did not. Will it ever? No, it won't. It's a big single. It was streamed a lot. Made some monetary gold out of it, I get it, but it was a single, sir. It wasn't a compilation of your works. And when you look at your works as a whole order of shit, I would have to say, Good Kid, Mad City, yeah, it's all right. I mean, like, but just like a lot of people say, the reason that music didn't resonate last night, because that's the type of shit you sit in your bedroom and play after you had a beer or something, or that's the type of music you play when you're sitting in the car with the homies or something like that. You know what I'm saying? It's not the type of music that you play in the club. And the only single that he had that he played last night was Not Like Us. New York City Tri-State was Not Like Us. And that was the focal point of the whole shit. Where he think he damn, and this is my personal opinion, where he think he damaged Drake with all the subliminals, the A minor chain. I've seen all that shit. Niggas out here trying to break it down. You just see subliminally what Kendrick was trying to do was he was trying to hip a wizardical and a mystical and a whimsical and a pink book bags and fucking orange, like these niggas is weird. So I was just like, yo, listen, son, I ain't digging that deep for this little simple ass beef. The beef ain't even that deep. Like this nigga act like he was talking to a cryptic master or something like that when it came to Drake. Nigga, what it showed to me was you scared of Drake. And you put in an extra effort last night to try to put the nail in the coffin on Drake. And in reality, they picked up Drake and threw you in the coffin. And you just don't quite realize it yet. But you will in about a week. You will about 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever. I heard what Snoop Dogg said. Of course, Snoop gonna say that. Snoop is one of his elders. That's Drake's protege, and so is Kendrick Lamar. What you got to write that in here? I see everything, baby. You think I got 24K motherfucker? What's the names for not knowing what the fuck is going on? I seen what Snoop did last night. Snoop was like, "Yo, this is a good performance." Or whatever. I disagree with Uncle Snoop. Sorry. I don't think it was a good performance. I think it was lackluster. I think this nigga has no rhythm whatsoever. I think the dancers were better than him. I think he was under the scrutiny of producing a song, and that's why he forwarded to go into that song first, Not Like Us, so hard. I think that the choreography was great, but the messaging, the way you thought it came off, and the way if you got to explain your messaging, it ain't come off the way you wanted it to. So it was great choreography. It was a great production that wasn't put on by Kendrick. It was actually put on by a production company in combination with the NFL. That was their show. So what they showed you, and Jay-Z. So what they showed you was their vision of what they wanted to show you, how they envisioned it. And you may have some Kendrick Lamar input, but who gives a fuck? You know what I'm saying? So I'll say that much right there. I don't think it was a great performance. I'm gonna stick by that. I think it was really a way to bury that song. I mean, where can it go bigger now? It's on the Super Bowl. I mean, what are you gonna do on the World Cup or some shit now? You know what I'm saying? I mean, somebody might use it for that or whatever, but nobody's gonna give a fuck. That was the creme of the creme. That's it. Creme de la creme, right there. The Super Bowl. And now that song will be buried. Now, the good thing about that song is if you play that song 4 or 5 years from now, it will still resonate with people. Don't get me wrong. And they'll always come back to that moment. But as we talking, Drake is torn right now in Australia. He ain't worried about that shit. Nobody else is worried about that shit. Shit, they were talking more about Kanye in his tweets. They were talking about that shit right there. Oops. It was this one bitch. She's like, I know what's going on. And Kanye's terrible. And he's got his wife out here. And she's half naked. And good job, Kanye. He's a great man. God damn it. And the whole goddamn time, they didn't even realize what was going on. Nice hating on the dot. Listen, man, if I wanted to hate on a nigga, I go real hard in. You don't know about my hate. My hating different. I just don't like what the nigga did last night. I ain't say the nigga's catalog was whack. I ain't say the nigga had whack songs. I put it out exactly how it was. So if you call that hating, you a sensitive bitch ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? You the type of nigga that need a hug and a lollipop from the doctor. You know what I'm saying? Everything gonna be all right, little such and such. Everything gonna be all right, little motherfucking moisture. That's your new nickname, little moisture. You know what I'm saying? You a soft, sensitive ass motherfucking sissy. Tell me they's hating on K Dot. Keep. Matter of fact, get your soft ass the fuck up on that. I don't never want you back here. Soft ass motherfucker. Tell me, get lying on Kiki. Any nigga, that's what I envision. When you leave laughing emojis behind some shit you say, fellas, that's what I imagine. I imagine you go like this. Key, girl. You know what I'm saying? So if you ain't a key type motherfucker, stop leaving laughing emojis. Don't be giggling in this motherfucker. Niggas don't giggle. I know you got that from your single mama. Your single mama used to walk around the house on the phone. Girl, you already know. Key. That's where them niggas get it from. These niggas used to listen to their mama with that long ass cord on the phone. Who remember that? With the long ass cord on the phone before the cell phones came out. There was that long ass cord on the phone. That motherfucker would reach about 20 miles. You understand what I'm saying? You could buy the 20-mile cord. That cord would have set you back about $15. It had the 20-mile cord. This is your mama on the phone like this. She dialing numbers. You know what I'm saying? Girl, what's going on, girl? Hey, girl. Yeah, girl, this boy in here tearing me up. Girl, this boy driving me crazy. Girl, he got kicked out of school today. And so now you resonate with that. Girl. Next thing you know, you 9 or 10 years old. You talking about girl. Bro. See what I mean? So when you hear niggas say, bro, really they substituted that for girl. I'll talk to y'all later.